Michael's getting married this weekend. He's getting married to the lovely Lindsay Tuggy, about to be Lindsay Jones.
Yep. How does the Hulk jack off?
What if jacking off as the Hulk was way better than doing it as Bruce Banner? What if, like, that was one way that he could stave off turning into the Hulk? He's like, oh, he's getting mad. He's like, if I go jerk it right now.
He has to unleash his green beans.
Too far. Old Office.
Every fucking meeting, all you say is don't stream movies to
have I ever said that? I've never said that.
You totally said that.
I've never said.
I might have. Oh God.
Jerk it.
Joel Bush, like him and Joel Heyman are very much in line with each other. Like every time Joel tweets about gold, Joel Bush is like, yeah, fucking collapse.
Tell me some more.
But he went to the. What I do, I love the smell of chlorine.
It gives me tummy funnies.
Tummy funnies. People are scared shitless of bugs. So what if Godzilla was like exactly like a person, and when it saw humans, it was like it did this number. Like I would pay great money if that was the first scene in the new Godzilla. He comes out of the ocean and a fucking jet flies by him, and he goes, where is it?
Or the jet's like a stupid wasp and just like flies into you, and like it doesn't know.
He goes up to other giant monsters. Is it on me? Is it on me?
How weird that would you be if bugs were tiny humans and you could crush them and like.
Did you see the Jeremy Clarkson thing that's gone down?
Who's Jeremy McClarkson?
I said Jeremy. What? I'm speaking normally. You keep trying to catch me in some mispronunciation. Jeremy Clarkson.
Man, the internet has gotten so sensitive lately. I don't know what it is, but like the past year and a half, 2 years, the internet has really gotten touchy.
Don't touch the white tiles or piano tiles. And I got these guys infected with it out at our latest immersion shoot. I want to be clear. I'm not saying anything negative about the game. I love the game mechanic. When I play it, have you ever ended a session of playing Trials and went like,
absolutely.
When you get an achievement, when you get an achievement, yes.
When you get an achievement,
every time I quit the game and I say, I hate myself. That's exactly how it goes every time I end Trials. And it's very simple. Oh, look at you, Gus. Go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this could be a new record. Gus,
if you break your
that was great.
You missed. You tapped the wrong one.
If you go all the way, then you hit the green.
And then he gets his time.
We even came up with different tactics. Like you can have the one where you go in one finger really fast, or you do.
You beat Gavin's time.
You beat my time.
I did it right here.
How did you do that?
I just beat your time.
Are you kidding me?
You have no idea, Jack. This was like
victory lap.
He pulled his thing out of his head. Gus is running around the studio knocking shit over.
He lost.
Oh my God. Watch out for the piñata.
This is really seriously what a big deal this was on set.
What just happened?
If you were there,
I've never seen Gus that excited
if you were there on
life.
the shoot, you would understand. He was trying so hard to get under.
I think I broke it. I'm really
He was so mad.
He was trying so hard to get under 8 seconds. You beat my time.
Gus is probably, no offense, you're a terrible person. You're one of the shittiest friends a person could have.
Yeah.
All right, happy bachelor party, Michael.
Oh shit.
Andy! What, you okay? Yeah.
5 years of uninterrupted weekly Rooster Teeth podcast.
Wow.
I got fucked the other day.
Brag about it.
Yeah.
I
Shout out
got
to
held
Esther.
hostage. Thanks. Hey, let me tell my story.
All right, sorry.
Well, I have
So,
a
shut
question
up.
about
I'm
the
telling a fucking story.
It's about the story.
Yeah, and he's like over my shoulder looking
Yeah,
at me.
bullshit.
Like, all right, fine. 5 stars. Good job, buddy. He's like, okay.
You did it?
Yeah, and then like a text field opens up. He's like, I was like, all right, fine, bye. I walked out the door. As soon as I walk out the door, I deleted it.
Okay, I couldn't imagine that right now there's a review out there of you where you have like your
awesome.
face.
Chapter 2.
By the way, I want to point out something.
The next day I come back.
Oh.
He gives me my ID. He goes, oh, hey, by the way, Mr. Sorolla, I want to tell you something weird that happened. I was like, what happened? He goes, I went and I looked for your review on Google earlier today and I couldn't find it.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
This is Joe or the other
this
guy?
is the other guy.
Really?
And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Joe watched me put it on there. He's like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
why don't you let me watch you do it again?
No, you.
So then again, I scroll down, 5 stars. I typed the exact same thing. Joe was great. He goes, oh, but I'm helping you now too. So you got to write something about me too.
You're getting bullied at this point.
You're paying me money. What is going on?
I now want to go rent a storage unit at that place, so that when they tell me to do it, I'll just go 1 star. What else? Write something personal. The dude's a cunt. and just post it. I want to rent a storage unit just to do that. Because then they can't make me delete it.
Right.
There's nothing they can do. Listen, if you don't want to put it in your house, I found out about this storage place. It has 4.9 stars and 1,000 reviews. What's in your storage unit in Sydney?
All my books.
Books.
Let it go.
Nerd. They've all been eaten by now.
Jimmy
It
Carr.
was Bob Mortimer
Bob Mortimer. That's it.
Mortimer. Can you say Mortimer?
from
again?
Vic and Bob.
Is he a comedian?
It's so satisfying when you say Mortimer.
You say it, Mortimer. Hey, Bob Mortimer. Yeah, it's weird when you think
Fucking
of
dorks.
where you try and remember what you initially thought about it. Like when you said, "Oh, you should watch Game of Thrones," I was like, "Oh, okay, Game of Thrones, yeah, brilliant."
Watch
Okay,
that.
right,
Sounds like some stupid high fantasy thing.
Yeah.
Mortimer.
Oh.
What's that shirt you got?
Myriad of mistakes. This is T-shirt
Do
T-shirt Tuesday.
you have a concussion?
Yeah.
All right, here you go, Barbara.
Man, good cut to me while I'm scratching my beard. That's good.
I always forget about stuff that involves me.
Do you see that someone in our subreddit made a 2-hour-long compilation of the video podcast ever since podcast 100?
I thought that was pretty cool, and it was interesting to go back and see the different things. One of the things that drove me nuts that I push for personally a lot, even though I have one of the sheer mics right now, is when we went to lapel mics for a while, I fucking hated that.
Yeah.
I really...
The sound was
I
just...
felt like such a bitch because I complained about it so much off camera, but I'm so glad we have like these mics back now.
He was a total bitch.
I was a total bitch.
It's pretty damn easy to tell which is the fake guy.
Is
Which
it
one's
though?
the fake eye?
What if he's just looking to the side?
No, he is looking to the side. Are you kidding me? You think his left eye is the glass
Our
one?
left or his left?
His
His
left.
left.
Leave me alone.
This is a stupid question.
What am I
No,
listening?
if you
What am I
had to
listening to?
choose.
You guys? Come
There
on,
would
let's
be
be honest.
no situation ever where you would have to choose.
That's why it's a
That's
hypothetical
why it's a
question.
hypothetical.
What's
The
the point
king of
it?
hypothetical,
hypothetical
the king
questions.
of hypothetical questions.
Well, at least mine are realistic.
What if your legs didn't know they were legs?
Well, no one's going to cut your hearing out, are they? What are they going to do? Just like pop your eardrums?
Yeah, but you asked me a question once. If I could be given $10 million, but every time I spent the money, a guy stuck his thumb up my butt for 10 seconds. That was your hypothetical. That's one of your hypotheticals that you came up with.
Well, that's not illegal. My favorite hypothetical question also was impossible. Your wife and your mother,
Your wife.
they're side by side. Their minds switch bodies.
Oh, I love this.
Oh,
question.
totally plausible.
But you just have to sleep with one of them. But do you sleep with your mum inside Esther? Or do you sleep with Esther inside your mum's body?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I don't like hypothetical
What would
questions.
you choose? What would you choose, Gab?
I just commit suicide.
Nuts.
Without
Do you
any
think
prior
if Michael and Ray were still good friends, do you think that you would? Do you think that he would have chosen Ray over you if that was the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. It's too bad what happened.
R.I.P.
I'm gonna do anything I can to fucking get a running joke on Ray.
Rip
Get a
in
fucking
peace.
running joke on Ray. That fucking Stranger Hood thing is like it just keeps going.
He took that thing home, that framed Stranger Hood thing. He's got it in his house.
God damn, dude. That's it. Just keeps going. They're good friends, by the way. They're good friends.
Dude,
I wish they were better though.
you
Well, they used to be.
Speaking of
Hello.
the wedding,
Go ahead.
you almost pulled the ultimate prank at that wedding.
Fuck, I had it down.
Wait, what?
circumcision.
So fucking close.
That would have been
so close.
so fucking terrible.
And it got ruined for me by people who are
Could you explain?
much nicer. Two things I tried to do. I almost ruined Michael and Lindsay's wedding twice. One was
You were trying hard.
there was no way Michael hates Gavin's ringtone, which is that.
If you're gonna do it, put some effort into it.
I thought that was pretty good,
This is how I
actually.
know how-
You've really got to make it hit. It's got to be like. It's gonna be like piercing.
That's it.
Yeah, but so I had in my text, don't forget to turn off your phone. And I was waiting for is there anyone who objects to this union? I was waiting on that.
And in the end, I just turned my phone completely off. I was like, I might knock it, or it might flash through my pocket.
But
Wow.
tell the other
They owe
thing.
me money. Okay, so the other thing was, and I look over and I see the cake, and I go, hey, Money, want a piece of cake? And he goes, Yeah, what kind of cake is it? I go, I don't know. He goes, I go, just get a piece. I go, get me a piece when you get one too. He goes, okay. Sheena goes, what are you doing? He took a full step towards the cake. And I was like,
He was going to cut a wedding
I was
cake.
like, oh my God. This is going to be the greatest moment of my life if Monty starts cutting the cake before they even get inside.
That would have been a meltdown.
Oh my God.
But if
You are the
it's
worst.
If it's Monty, it would have been really funny.
Why?
Because look, I mean,
be
they had a
dropping him in
wedding
it.
and they cut the cake, and
Why
that's
would
like,
just be sitting there eating the cake?
Oh, also, I don't think he'd be sorry, would he? Like, Lindsay would be like, what? He'd be like, I mean,
It's cake.
it's cake. I was going to eat it anyway.
what a piece of cake. So I almost got Monty to cut the cake. I was that close to getting Monty to cut the cake. No.
Especially if you cut right in front of it.
You're a
This is
terrible
why-
person.
Cena ruined all the fun, man.
This is why I don't want to get married in front of anyone I know. I would just go away somewhere, do it secretly.
if I got Monty to cut your cake before and you came in for pictures and Monty's eating your wedding cake,
I wouldn't
you would
care.
think that was funny. I
Like,
don't
every
think so.
single decision I made that day was for Lindsay. It was like, I don't want to make Lindsay mad. So that was why I tried to do everything
That's why
properly.
you turned
I
your
don't
phone
think
off.
I've ever seen
Yeah.
Lindsay get mad.
The what?
Like a rude or offensive joke, that will always
You know
make
when
you laugh.
you know when Gavin laughs is when he whispers mean things to me right before the podcast.
Oh, really?
I like to be fake mean to Barbara because it actually
Fake
affects
mean?
her. Yeah.
Sounds like real mean to me.
He'll like call me names and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll be like, I really don't like you at all. I pretend to, but I just hate you. I don't really say it. She was so
right before you go on.
bye, I love you.
Please rate us on
Bye.
Yelp. 5 stars. Give us a review. Do it right now. We're watching. Do it. Do it.
I hate you.
Do it.
I would say no.
I can tell.
You can call it the first RTX.
Go figure. Not just you being stubborn at this point. It's just, yeah. That's a good question. No, I'm still right.
I can tell by the way your face is resting tonight, like the way the face is hanging on the skull,
Yeah.
that you're in a fighty mood. You're in like a little. You're going to start some arguments
What are you
tonight.
talking
Do you
about?
want to fight him? Do you want to fight him?
No, I'm just waiting.
What happened to you?
He was wrecked.
Wait. When was I wreck in LA?
He's telling the story.
When you, at lunch, when you shit yourself,
Yeah, that would be when.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
that would be the time.
I wasn't with you though. But what happened is that my anus just leaked water, like pooey water. And I was like, oh god, have I like properly?
Oh.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna nip to the bog. And then
to the bog.
And I felt it like all runny.
But little did you know the
coming
bog
down
was
my-
already in your pants.
So I went to the bathroom.
your nips.
I went to the bathroom,
Oh, God.
which didn't lock,
Oh my god.
which is a nightmare. Pulled it down. Absolute catastrophe. Absolute danger zone down there. So,
Oh my God.
bundled up my underwear, got rid of that, threw it away. Spent about 20 minutes cleaning just the swampy goop.
Did you leave a trail from your table to the bathroom?
No,
like
no.
a slug, like a shit trail.
No, so I finished
How
all that
long do you estimate that you were gone from the table?
about 25 minutes.
Oh, God.
Which is why, when I came back, I knew I couldn't lie about what had happened. Because I thought it was obvious.
How many people were there?
Just Meg. And I just stood by the chair. I was like, I've shit myself. We've got to leave immediately. And she was like, okay. And got up. And then in the car, on the way back to her place, she was like streaming with laughter, like crying. Got on the plane and fell asleep.
Oh no, have you ever listened to the podcast before? Don't do that.
My bum relaxed in my sleep. I had a repeat scenario.
When you shit yourself on the plane, were you sleeping? You shit yourself that woke you up,
Yeah.
or did you wake up and you would shit yourself? Like, how long were you sitting
Or
in
was
your
it the
shit?
smell that woke you
Yeah,
up?
did other people
Like a
smell
baby.
it first? Right? Were you like sleeping in it for like?
Were you crying
an
and
extended
cranky?
period of time, or-
No. And then that night, I went to sleep, and I pooed the bed in the night.
Did you really?
Did your sheets take a beating?
Yep, changed those,
Burned him.
and then yeah, basically in the span of 24 hours, I shit myself about 5 times.
So you're down 2 pair of underwear and a set of sheets at this point.
I had one in the shower.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, at least you're in the shower already,
That was
I guess.
fine. That was the easiest one.
And then another one in the bed again.
Yeah.
You're a nightmare.
And it was either before, and I think it was in the middle of the video right afterwards. He was just like, and then he checks his pants to make sure. He thought he shit himself.
What does that mean? You checked his
he
pants.
put his pants down. He put his hand down his pants and he like rubbed his pants to see if he shit himself.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, I've got to know.
Right. So he does this.
I can wash my hand.
He could wash his hand. He does that, and he's like, "Ha, I'm clear," and then immediately rubs his eye, and I'm like, "Oh no!"
Gavin!
You just like wiped your asshole and rubbed your eye. It's like, no, but it wasn't wet.
The weirdest thing about it is that it was only liquid. It was never any pieces of poo. It was just bum liquid. But it was body temperature. So I didn't know.
How is that weird?
Well, because you can't tell whether it's come out or not.
It wasn't cold like normal.
No, I mean, if your pants are wet from the cold water, you know that there's water in them.
We've officially...
No one has referred to shit more as water than Gavin tonight. Everything comes out of him as water this and water that.
In the history,
shit. It's all crap.
It is, and there was none.
In the history of the podcast, I've never heard the controller yell at us to shut up as an official direction. We've officially been told to shut up now.
All right. Well,
They can't handle
why don't we just take a blade to that part of the timeline and we'll start a podcast now.
Just scoop that
Hey
out.
everyone, welcome
Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. Who have we got this week?
Oh my
no, there's
God.
no way we're cutting that out.
I'll
Have
to
you ever
confirm
faked
with
it?
her. What's that? Yeah. Haven't you? In my life? Yes.
Why?
Just to get out of like being. It's good. I'm a good actor.
What did you do? Is like very quietly spit. He's like, oh, there we go.
How do you lie about that?
You must be a great actor.
But if you're sleeping with someone you don't really know all that well, you have a condom on anyway. Of
course.
Am I alone? By the way, am I alone in that? You've never faked an orgasm in your life?
I never have.
Really?
So imagine it was one of the first few times with this person,
Yeah.
and then you just decided you didn't.
It's
want
more
to
than one
finish?
person, probably. I mean, it doesn't seem like that foreign a concept to me.
What's interesting to me is that like, probably like at first I was on board like okay maybe I could see him having done it. That means you've done it multiple times.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you guys don't ever have like delay tactics of like extending stuff, and after a while you're like, oh, I fucking delayed too much. Now it's just gonna be like, now it's gonna be a long fucking time. We're gonna have to.
I know what you're talking about. And sometimes it's just like, listen, the window's passed. What are you gonna do? I've never thought to be like,
Oh,
see you later.
well, I mean, basically that's the same thing. I mean, I would say you end it without a discussion.
It's not the
Basically,
same thing, no. I'm just like, there's no, I like pretending something happened. It's just like, listen, it's just
yeah. If I don't know the person as well, I would have not had the
Nah.
conversation.
just not gonna happen.
If I was acting and trying to fake it, I think I'd go over the top with it. I wouldn't be able to just match the same level of.
Let's go ahead, please fill us in.
Do it.
But
I
let's
just can't
let's
imagine
just
what
make
you-
the body fluid circuit for this
I
podcast.
just can't
Let's do
imagine
it.
what you would have done at the moment where because in your head you're thinking this is going nowhere. I've got to stop this,
Yeah.
and then you were like, "Shall I just? Yeah, I'll just fake. I'll fake the climax. Here we go." Like, what would you do? Like, how would you
he
even
was
do
there.
that?
What's that? I mean, it's fake. It's just like anything else. You just fake it.
How'd you do it?
Nah, good try. Good try. It's pretty much like what you did, but a little bit better.
Oh my god.
It was not nearly cool. Blaine, are you gonna slurp that fucking drink all goddamn night?
You know what? I already looked at him and he pretended like he didn't know. Right as we started, he's got a slushie. Shut the fuck up, Blaine. He's got a slushie and it like was stiff, so he was like shaking it.
And one of them was Blaine graduated that day. His commencement ceremony was that day, and he tweeted at The Rock, and then The Rock retweeted it basically and replied to him publicly. Which I understand that when that happened, Blaine, you like ran around the entire office.
He was slurping out of 2 cups at once.
Dan Grucci is just a fucking idiot. He said, "Hey, go see the live stream."
It was
like 13 hours after it ended.
So over. Yeah, Dan was like, "You guys have no idea." Dan, being enlisted himself, he's like, "This is a great cause. You have no idea how amazing this is. Go check it out." And I was like, "Fucking idiot!" It was like a
literally-
whole day later.
It was like yesterday at 9 p.m.
He wasn't doing it as a joke.
No, he's like, and then even we followed up with, oh crap. This is something that bugs the shit out of me when people do this.
Here we
And I'm
go.
so fucking glad.
Here's the vinegar.
I'm so glad that I can talk about it. It's probably not a reply to that one. Just go to Brandon's stupid fucking Twitter feed.
Yeah, look at
Mr. Farmahini.
It's at twitter.com/stupidfuckingbrandon Twitter account.
Fuckface.
Brandon's thing that I fucking hate, which is he tweeted that Blaine got retweeted by The Rock, and he goes, "I can't believe The Rock retweeted Rooster Teeth. My 11-year-old self would be so excited by that." And that's like, I
Such
see
an
people
insult.
do that all the fucking time. It's such a fucking insult.
That's such a backhanded like. No,
Yeah.
yes it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Get
Don't
on
go
the
talk,
seat.
dumbass.
Dude,
It's like, man, if
15 years ago, I so would have cared about
It's
that.
exactly what it is.
You
tweeted at Blaine. I don't even think Blaine's that big of a fan. So I sat there and I was like, maybe if I appeal to The Rock's emotions, and he's like, hey,
Like
there's
anger?
this other guy who's a huge fan, I've been a fan for a really long time. Maybe he would retweet me, but he did not. I thought I had to get something out, and it didn't work.
As opposed to I gave a shit about you 15 years ago.
That's not what it said.
That's exactly what it
projecting.
said. That's exactly
You're
what it said.
projecting.
No.
No.
Yes.
You said my 11. Do you have the tweet? Show the tweet. Where is it?
Let's
They'll
go
pull it
to
up in a
exhibit
second.
A.
Unbelievably jealous that at The Rock retweeted at B Gibbles. My 11-year-old self just died. So
Yeah,
basically,
but I look at the first part. I'm unbelievably jealous. Not my 11-year-old self would be unbelievably jealous.
that's exactly
It's
what that
completely
says.
different.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I'm telling you, I see this kind of people post this kind of stuff all the time, and it's so insulting.
You either
I read
said
it on
that-
behalf of other people. I'm like, oh my god.
You either said that or you just accused The Rock of murdering 11-year-olds.
Also, a sentence that follows another sentence doesn't cancel out the first sentence.
No, it adds
you said
on. It
both
says I'm
sentences.
jealous, and my
Also-
young portion, my like inner child would be so happy.
That's now
And that
say-
inner child is still a part of you. If you're happy, your inner child's happy. You be happy.
Okay, Freud.
Look,
Jesus.
Lessons with Brandon.
I get it. I do feel bad, but my heart was in the right place.
Yeah, you fucked it up, dude.
Yeah, you probably hurt The Rock's feelings.
Dude, his fucking 12-year-old self just died now.
I just want to point out that he likes Blaine better than you.
Yeah, he does.
Most of us agree.
That tweet proved it.
All right.
Love you, Brandon.
Get the hell out of there. Bye.
Why are there elephants behind you?
I don't know.
Go and touch one.
There's elephants behind you.
tickle
Pet
their
one of the
trunk.
elephants.
He's just walking away.
You give it up. All right, fair enough.
You have a
Lovely
wife.
wedding.
Thank you.
It was a great time.
Lindsay did all the work, and I did nothing.
It showed.
But
it showed because it was a very nice
It would have
ceremony.
been shitty if I did it, but I still had to put up with her talking about it for a year and a half. And I was just like, God damn it. Like, she was getting more and more excited as it was coming closer and closer. And then, you know, within the last 2-3 weeks, it was excitement and then a little bit of like sadness that it was ending because it occupied so much of her time of planning it. And she was just like, it's kind of sad that it's ending, right? And I'm like, I could not be more fucking happy that it's going to be over. I can't tell you. Like, I don't want to get it done and over with, but let's just get it over with.
I think that's why a lot of women get pregnant quite quickly after the wedding because it's like the next project.
What is your statistical analysis that brought you to that conclusion that
Yeah,
people
it's
get
like-
pregnant right away?
You know,
I mean,
you
some
need like
people do
a
it.
you need like a new big life goal.
He didn't.
Women's rights with Dr. Gavin Free.
It's like
You
within
said
like a month.
the reason that women get pregnant after they get married right away is because they need a life goal after they were planning the wedding.
He did say that.
Yes. What do you mean?
I mean, they could like, you know, have a life goal already.
You
like
set goals
work
for
or
yourself. That's what
something.
life is. It's like, well, I want to achieve this. Let's do it. Done. Now I wanna
Okay,
achieve
no
this.
need for a career
Yeah.
or
It's-
anything
it's-
else.
I think
You're not gonna be like, baby
Well, I was like, I
marriage.
need something
But you
else to
don't-
do.
you
I
don't
got all
know
this
that
time from
everyone
not planning a
wants
wedding.
their
My
kids.
order's all fucked up.
What do you
Baby
mean?
marriage.
What's everyone going mental about?
because you're like, all right, the lady gets married. She got nothing to do. Baby.
No, she got nothing to do.
Basically what you just
She
said.
said she had extra time because she wasn't planning a wedding.
Sitting around doing
Gavin,
nothing all day eating
You
bonbons.
were just saying how Lindsay was sad that, that bit was over. And
Right, so she
You
wasn't
threw a
like trying to have
cushion
a
at
baby to
yourself?
fill my time.
no, but now there's space for like a new thing. I know that Lindsay has a job. It's not like she's just a wife.
Right, but I mean, I think what they're saying here is maybe there's something else they could do besides having a baby.
I'm set. Screw it.
Are you having a baby?
No, I'm not. Not
No?
yet. I mean,
No.
eventually. Couple years.
Couple years?
2-3 years.
What's Lindsay going to do in the meantime?
Young man.
fucking
Young man. Empty vessel.
I'll ask her in 3 years.
Yeah,
Maybe
she
could
planning
plan
more
maybe
weddings?
she could plan a friend's
So
wedding.
I'm not going to be like, hey, it's time now.
Just make sure you don't fake it constantly because otherwise it won't work.
National television appearance, performing comedy on a national
So
television.
now, if you set yourself a new goal,
Time to have a baby.
God damn
What
it.
are none of these?
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like landing a man. That would be awesome if I'd done that last week.
If only I could buy an oven that cleans itself. Then my life would be complete.
Did you? You guys make a ton of YouTube videos. How do you feel about streaming?
Should we talk now?
Yeah, well, I would just fucking,
No, I mean,
you
I was.
got a mic. You
I
talk
was-
at any point.
I was absorbing. This is adult talk. I was absorbing information.
Guys, go fuck yourself. You're married.
Yeah.
Are you-
Doesn't
by
mean
the way,
I'm smart.
are they-
Brian. Jesus. I think it's smarter when I got married.
I'm keeping him in the lads.
Yeah.
As inventor of the lads, he's a lad.
Gavin,
lad
shut
for
up.
life. So,
Lad for life.
lad for life.
Yeah.
So let's
For real?
say another 3 guys come along. You get up to 9 achievement hunters. You add 3 people younger than you guys, generation
teams.
younger than you guys. So that would be what?
Bitches.
The babies.
What would be the younger generation?
The boys?
The boys.
Wow.
Is that bad?
Have you put thought into this?
No, I mean, I didn't really put much thought into
The
the lads
runts.
either. But
Hey, didn't you see him on Midnight? He's quick.
Yes.
Just like
Comedian.
But whenever Gavin's going, someone has to operate the camera. But whenever I'm going, Gavin operates it. So my slow-mo shots always look the best.
Fucking badass.
They look fucking great.
It's true. It
I
really
look
is.
so much better because you're better at it.
Yeah, the Mario Kart immersion when you were sliding and you just start taking a little bit of air. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. I could just watch clips of that all day.
Yeah, it was cool. And also, I like that in the background of every episode of Immersion, you can see me operating the Phantom in whatever costume I'm wearing. So I'm Luigi crouched like this.
We have a lot of photos of you in a lot of different stuff.
You have a lot of like innate sense for that camera.
And look at the stop on the lens, like, what is that? And then be like, explosion's probably going to be 3 times brighter. So, there you go.
Love it.
Perfect explanation.
It's probably gonna. So,
And it's like it all just goes in slow motion. All smacks his face, and then he goes. Like this human reaction is so much slower.
it's like tweeting about Operation Supply Drop.
yeah,
The thing happens, and then 13 hours later, a tweet goes
that
out.
was regular motion. That was real time.
I also liked in that video, Michael, because we did several runs in the carts, and in every shot you've got your seatbelt on, except for the one take where you flipped out of it.
Every single one.
Yep.
Listen, not intentional. There was a lot of in and out of that fucking cart.
Johnny Knoxville attached a fake crab to this, and he would walk up to people and he'd like
Oh,
walk up,
my God.
like right their arm, the back of their arm, and he'd go wink, and they turn out, and they turn around. There's a crab. They hurt.
You okay?
Could you put it on your ear right now?
Put it on my ear.
Yeah. Do it. Don't listen
It's
to
probably
them.
not that
Okay,
bad.
that's okay. I got it. There we go.
Oh my God! I can't believe you did
Gavin,
that.
do
You
it.
put it on something?
On my ear.
I'll give you a $10 to put it on your bottom lip.
That'll hurt.
Let it go. Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Put your bottom lip.
Oh, that's crushed it.
There were some crabs that when they'd look at you, they'd like point their pinchers at you like they were guns. And then like if another person walked up, they'd be like,
The Puerto
like
Rican thing.
having a
guys.
standoff. Like,
When they have their claws like this, they have a cross their claws like this, like left and right. And like,
You know it's a gangster crab when it turns it sideways.
it snips like up and down.
oh, I love crabs.
Yeah,
Badass.
I know Guardians of the Galaxy's all over. Like Jack is just like fucking jerking his gherkin for it. Yeah, and I know.
I try not to watch things that are edited that I didn't edit that have me in them.
So you haven't seen the Midnight Show?
I will get frustrated because I don't like when other people edit me.
That's understandable.
I know how much editing can change what you say, and so I just tend just not to do it. But it's like we didn't know what it was going to be. We had to like react to it on the fly, but we kind of preload like, oh, I should learn about this Solange shit.
I like when you're explaining something, you always kind of close one eye.
Yeah, it's always when I quote somebody else talking to me. It's like the guy who's like, I got in the cab, and the guy's like, where you want to go? You want to go this place? I don't know why I do
The
that.
Columbo effect.
I only talk to pirates in my life.
It's
That's
really
the
hard
only
because
people-
I tend to like mimic people when they're talking to me. So when you're doing it, I tend to go like this sometimes.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
They just got pounded at first, and they've been full of shit.
Yeah.
Is that when you take a rock and you break it in half, you don't have 2 halves of a rock, you have 2 rocks. That boggles my mind.
So were
your
you
kid.
were you just listening to this and then thinking, oh yeah,
I was like, yeah, if you break a rock in half, you don't get a half rock, you get 2 rocks. I would say the Earth is 1 rock.
There's a picture of
Oh,
two
there it
rocks.
is.
How do you find that?
That is so perfect.
So you'd look at that, I would describe that as a rock cut in half. But I wouldn't
because it's
describe
still-
the left side as a half a rock.
Well, if you push them further apart, you would think it's 2 rocks.
Yes.
Because you're pulling yourself and then you're holding on to
but
the
it
rope.
might be one of those things where like a straw can't be more than 10 feet long because then straws don't work. Maybe there's
Still have to have the office suck off.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe ropes can only be so long.
Here, let me read this thing right here.
No.
Yes.
So is
Waste.
it just that you're having like watery poops, or that you actually can't control your poops right now?
I'm back in control, but we're still entirely like
and like the hose is going like that,
Yeah.
and then they get the hose. He's got the hose at this
He's
point.
got the hose.
when I was
Like
telling
if
my
you're
story
like pissing or something.
the other day when I pooed on the plane. An item of detail that I forgot to mention was that as I got onto the plane, someone tweeted me saying, "You just walked past me on a plane.
Oh no!
I apologize for my loud family," or something like that. That was bad timing.
Oh,
too.
You said
No.
I'm sorry for all the crap in my pants.
Well, at least you were behind them, so they couldn't see you running to
true.
the bathroom
It's
each
true.
time.
But they were just walking right past our car and didn't see us, and so I honked the horn and they looked and I go, "Get the fuck out of the road!"
They were fans though?
Oh yeah, we'd see. I just talked to them like 5 minutes earlier, so I was just curious if they would come back and go, wow, Bernie's an asshole. I just did it to be funny.
I bet they thought it was funny.
Yeah, hopefully they understood. If they understand our humor, they would hopefully get that's a joke.
Hopefully.
It was being funny.
That's pretty funny. I was allergic to cats, dogs, grass, every kind of tree,
Friends,
Socializing.
perfume, sunlight,
Air.
air,
Perfume.
food,
sports.
girls. One of my dogs, like, I don't know, he's like kind of weird in the car. He's okay when I'm driving, but if my wife's driving, he like tries to take the steering wheel from her. I have to make my wife sit in the back seat, and I put the dog in the front passenger seat and shotgun. They found a picture of it already somehow.
That's an asshole-looking dog, right?
And he just like looks back at her the whole time from the front seat.
So
Wow.
you drive your wife around like a chauffeur, and the dog gets the front seat.
The dog gets the front seat.
How does she feel about that?
We'll put that in the linked up if you're
She,
listening to the audio podcast.
Yeah, she's not happy about it. She's like, I can't believe you make me sit in the back seat so the dog can sit up front with you. Like, he just likes it. He's calm up here.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Jeff walked in on a situation in his house
Oh.
last week where
He
his
came
dog,
into
which-
work about an hour late.
his
first
dog
of
is
all.
quite large, and
What kind of dog does he have?
it's a bull terrier,
One of the like
Really, a terrier?
the pointed head dogs.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Spuds McKenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and big dumps. And he came down to find his Roomba cleaning the house. It had just driven over a turd and smeared it all around the floor.
How come there's no detector for that?
all on the rug, and then apparently, like, because it hit the front, it would crash into the walls, and it put shit all over the walls as well. I came in, the Roomba was upside down on the kitchen in about 19 pieces, soaking wet. Apparently, he just put it outside and hosed it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Those things are awesome,
He
though.
put it back together, and when he turned it back on, the text on the screen just said "rest."
Rest.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Retired.
Dude.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I forgot.
Oh,
Nice.
never mind.
So, sorry.
No,
Gus?
you go ahead.
I was gonna say, Immersion came out last week. The final episode of Immersion.
You got awkward as fuck.
What? I was gonna start talking.
I
about
had nothing.
We talked over each other.
I hope she's okay with me telling the story. It was horrible. And then she got to the point where she was like way too drunk, and she was like talking to people and like, I need to get you out of here. It's like, hey, moment of clarity. You need to go. These are your coworkers. You're too drunk. You need to go. She's like, okay. And then we're going out, and she runs into her editor in chief and like
Oh, no.
has a conversation with him. She's talking to him. She goes, hold on a second. She throws up in the bush. I was like, oh, God damn it. So I'm the guy bringing the way too drunk girl home or getting her in a cab, leave party. And I'm like, we've been dating for a month and a half, all this stuff. So my whole solution was, let's just get her out of her clothes and, get her in the shower and just turn the shower on.
Turn the Roomba on.
The problem is this apartment, the walls are really thin, and so I'm trying to get her out of her clothes. She's going, no, don't touch me. Don't take off my clothes. Here's what it sounded like from outside her room. I'm in her room with her. She's drunk, and it sounds like this. No, don't touch me. And then me going, shh. It was like the worst way to meet anybody's roommates ever. It was so horrible.
Oh my
I
god.
can imagine you just coming out of the door like covered in sweat and shutting it behind you. And the roommates just look at you and just like,
You're like, don't go in
Don't
there for a
ask,
while.
dude.
I've got a black eye. Yeah, that was really horrible.
This is book 1. That's book 2. By George R. R. Martin. For a free audiobook of your choice, go to
So mad.
audible.com/roosterteeth. That's
Genitals. Like
clunge.
women in particular are like very particular about the words you're supposed to use and you're not supposed to use. And they're all very different about
fuckhole.
Fuckhole is usually pretty standard off on the do not
I
list.
think you broke somebody.
We open the door and there's Blaine with a dustpan and a baggie on top of it. And he goes, out of the way, and he goes right to me, he goes, dead mouse. It's like being around a 4-year-old.
He was
so happy
fucking-
about it.
And I had asked Blaine to carry the fridge for me from over here to my office because I'm like a big weakling and Blaine's a big strong guy. So fucking rotted and decrepit back in
Hey,
there.
Blaine, is that what you think about every time you're in the gym? You work out all those hours so that Gus will refer to you as a big strong guy. She's trying to impress Gus.
So you made him move it and then clean it, and it's just
I love it.
Good
Next time
Lord.
Blaine turns down pizza. Too many carbs, bro. I'm going to be like, yeah, Gus is going to be really impressed.
You be the big strong guy for Gus. Take care of his mouse problem. I was on a chair with my dress up. Screaming.
Oh, my God.
oh.
Was it this noise? That's what I do whenever you're
Sinister
talking.
microphone.
The entire time
It
you're
sounded like
talking,
teeth
Gus.
grinding.
Really?
No, I'm just
I got roped into my I somehow fooled myself.
That was the shortest joke loop I've ever heard.
It's like your brain, like you just talked about earlier, you forgot it, and it's like it just immediately came back and got you.
Really?
But somehow
good,
today the Apple one was like 2 hours.
It was like
or
2
something.
Oh my
hours
god,
long.
I tried watching that for a little while, and when they started going on about how the new OS had new beautiful icons, I was like, fuck this. What, these assholes can't fucking put together an update that will not crash a computer that sits over there and runs this whole stream, but they have new flat icons. Congratulations. Steve Jobs is probably rolling over in his goddamn grave about these stupid piece of shit icons, and the fucking operating system doesn't work.
Gus,
Wow.
you get very upset about Apple stuff. Let me tell you something. I fucking agree with you. That company's falling off big time.
It is a fucking pile of shit. Still doesn't work.
Hey, I want to point something out. That's actually one of Meg's first reports she did for the No.
I hope it was scathing.
They were talking about the different sizes of icons. Like they're bigger because they're higher resolution.
Like the Find It image is like 2,500 pixels
It's
wide.
also too smiley now. They changed it. It's got a giant smile on it. It's too smiley.
This has overtaken any other conversation as the best conversation to have with a caveman
on, let me-
ever. Why would you even?
I'm gonna look up this fucking icon.
I'm looking at it. My amazing
Smiley
magic
icon.
device is too happy.
It's too smiley.
Oh, that's it. There it is.
Look how smiley.
It looks retarded. I'm sorry. It looks slow. It looks a little fucked up.
They changed the Google logo. They did it like 2 weeks ago.
What is the Google logo?
It's the word Google and all those colors.
It's not the most recognizable logo on the planet.
Just the name. That's the logo. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just it's a dude going like this. Hey.
Well, I'm so used to seeing the Google logo. It's
he's
always
not
like the
quite as
colorful
smiley.
one. Okay.
It's the most unimpressive thing I've ever seen in my life. You're holding your phone.
It's pretty fucking
It's like a stupid
impressive.
human trick.
And you're still watching it.
My only hope is that Apple will release an update that makes it so we can't do that. Then he'll be back on the
like-
podcast next week. So I'm
Now,
pissed
cool
off.
if they
now
could
we
just-
have flat dents.
I'd love if someone at Apple was watching and they just sent a vibrate to his phone and knocked it off.
Just turn it right off.
I'm in front of my Kinect so often naked
Yeah.
that it signs me in when my knob comes out.
Does it really?
Yeah, it knows my penis.
It's like, hello, Gavin.
It knows
Hello,
my
Gavin
penis
Jr.
Please
is
tell
me.
me you'll do this. Please do this. Register a gamer tag for just your dick so that I'll make friends with it. And that way, I'll know when you sign in that you're naked at your house.
That's amazing. It'd be really weird if I signed in at like 2 p.m. They'd be like, what's he up to?
Because you're only signed in for like 4.5 minutes. Really?
It just signs you out when I'm done.
Gavin's watching Netflix.
Total control with Hulu Plus to stream these shows and thousands more as much as you want, whenever you want. Hulu Plus works on your computer. You'll also get access to originals so you can't get anywhere else.
Gus and Bertie, you've lived in Austin for a while. Are you at
Yeah.
all excited about the X Games this weekend?
X Games, no. Are
No? It's a big Austin thing. That's a huge thing.
How long have you known me, Jack? X Games are a big Austin thing?
Well, no, it's a big thing. It's a big show. Maybe
There's
one
too
year.
much outside
I was gonna
involved
say,
with the X
you're asking a
Games.
guy who just complained about icons for 40 minutes. And he's excited about an
grass.
outdoor festival.
I know you're excited for that.
No, I'm actually super excited for the X Games. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
I'm not. I fucking don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it.
Because I can tell. I just feel like Jack obviously wants to talk about it.
Dude, it's going to be awesome.
So what? Yeah.
And,
He landed so hard his shoes flew.
yeah,
That
his
was
shoes
amazing.
Oh,
were
yeah, I saw
flying.
that video. Okay.
And he actually got up in it, like after about 5 minutes that he got up and walked off on his own
you
power,
think
which is
that-
incredible.
They didn't
But-
help him for 5 minutes?
No, they were
Like,
helping
what's
him.
the time limit? Let's see if he gets up.
But
left him out there?
That's one of the things. Like,
Just a bunch of skaters having fun inside a pipe, and they come out and they're like, it was great.
It could be a clear pipe.
Oh.
Don't fucking owe me. You're the fucking moron who couldn't think of it. It
do you
could be
think it's not
acrylic.
capped?
Oh. What kind of fucking dick answer was that? Oh.
You're in a bad mood.
I am in a bad mood.
he's got the vinegar
I
tonight.
can start thinking about Apple again.
I love to see Gus go to the OSX games. He's like
I'll take the gold and spiked.
Yeah.
searching in mail, using that for rewards on Kickstarter.
Can we get LeVar Burton somehow involved with it?
Yeah.
'Cause he seems to be doing pretty good on Kickstarter right
He
now.
knows Kickstarter apparently.
Yeah. See,
Well, it's Reading Rainbow. People,
Yeah,
that's-
Reading Rainbow
yeah.
is fantastic. Everyone is leaving, so there's like no point in time where we're all together except for today and next Monday. So
And, you know, you have like dentists and
yeah,
doctor.
clearly that's
Dentists.
That's
Wednesday dentist.
When was the last time you went to the dentist?
We talked about this recently, like 2002 or something.
And you have no issue with that at all?
My teeth don't hurt.
The host for the Immersion TV pilot.
By the way,
we're doing.
thanks for introducing me to Meg. That was top.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
If I remember the story correctly, I believe she demanded it.
She demanded it. Yeah.
And she's laughing when I
She's laughing.
Evil laughter off camera.
No, but we were going to that party and she texted me and she's like, "Is Gavin with you?" I said, "Yes." She goes, "Bring that man to me." So I said, "Absolutely." And I said, "Gavin, you have to come. You have to come meet this lady Meg." Gavin's like, "Oh, just, typical fucking Gavin."
Can't be bothered.
He's like, "I'm tired." And I was like, "You're fucking coming to this party." So and then I couldn't get him out of there after that. So after he showed up.
Job done.
203 North Railroad. Yeah. 3D. We never talk about that one.
Isn't this dangerous to be giving out old
Apartment
addresses?
3D.
There's someone living there now.
Yeah.
Knock on their door.
Well, what's your current address?
What is
Where do you personally live?
Go on the subreddit. They'll tell you.
I appreciate
That's
it.
just a little
You're on top of the ball. Barbara, not so much.
I'm on top of the ball. Don't you just say I'm on the ball? I'm stood atop the ball.
Dude, you're balancing.
You are more than on the
top.
ball. You're on top of that fucking ball.
I'm going to put it out there. I think we have the best audience of any online
take out the
company.
word think. We absolutely
Of any
have the best
company,
audience.
like what other company has a better audience?
No one.
Like McDonald's,
Blockbuster.
Like
Dude, McDonald's audience is great.
That's what I'm saying though. Like not even
They're
an internet
loving it,
company.
Brandon.
What other company has better followers?
If we hit 3 million, we're gonna change the name of the movie to Laser Meme, and then the tagline is gonna be "I Can Have Movie."
Get out. Get out.
At first, I was scared because you guys asked me to do it, and then I was just like, you know what?
It looks
Fuck
like
it.
an operation.
It looks like that board game operation.
It never happens to me because my phone's always in my purse. It's never in my pocket.
Well, how do you know your purse doesn't feel it?
Gavin Free with the
I don't
conversation
know.
stoppers.
I should ask it.
How'd it go?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I
what it
had
was
to
like.
change it. I had to change it now, so I completely forgot about it.
I don't know.
It was like.
Did I tell
You're
you that I
welcome.
had to change my text tone?
Why?
You know my text tone, right? It was which is piercing and annoying, and I did it because it annoys Jeff and pretty much everyone in Achievement Hunter. But then it got to the point where it would like go off in an airport, and then people would come to me and talk to me because they recognized it and knew that I was nearby.
Really?
Yeah, like fans and stuff would come and like they would know I was next to them because of that ringtone. It
really
happened
bizarre.
over
Not
and over
because you were next to them and they saw you.
No, like
again.
maybe
No,
they didn't
it would,
see
it would
him.
like they'd be like, "Oh, Gavin has that ringtone," and they would look over and see that it was actually me and come up.
That's weird.
Crazy.
So now it's different.
That's like the epitome of first world problem.
My ringtone.
I had to
ringtone-
change my ringtone because I'm too famous.
My ringtone got too famous, so I had to change it to something more obscure. You haven't heard it. Fucking ringtone hipster. So I go up to that guy, and he's like, the other employee's like talking to some other customer, so I'm just standing there waiting. And then like mid-sentence talking to the customers, he turns, looks at me, and goes, "Gus?" And he like starts immediately ignoring the customers.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no, hey, it's cool. It's like, I'm just gonna, I'll wait over here. And it's just like awkward. Like these people have no idea. They're trying to buy something. Like, no, I'm good. I'll be over there.
Yeah.
Just keeps following you.
No, he was good about it. He recovered and got back to taking care of his original customers. But I felt like an asshole because like these people are like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Like we're in the middle of our transaction here, and this asshole steps up and like totally distracts our guy.
What has been your worst fan interaction, Gavin? Has anything like really embarrassing happened? Like this is hemorrhoid cream?
No, not really. Nothing I can think of like that.
I haven't seen
Honestly, all of my embarrassing stories I tell anyway. Nothing's really private in terms of my body or anything.
I haven't seen my pharmacist in a while. The one I got the Valtrex from.
Yeah.
I don't know if he transferred or what happened to him. But every time I go to the pharmacy, I still expect to see him, and I've not seen him in about 6 months. So
Are you worried each time?
I don't worry about it. I mean, the dude already gave me Valtrex. I mean, what worst can happen at this point? Like, hey, I'm here for my Viagra.
So did your asshole actually come out?
That was a different. Okay, so we're talking about the shingles and we're talking about hemorrhoids. You're
Yeah.
talking about the hemorrhoids now.
Yeah.
No. When I had hemorrhoids, it was like imagine if there's a bean stuck in your asshole.
But like it's like around the anus, isn't
Right,
it?
and it's like anytime you shit, it's like the Play-Doh, the machine with like the star would come out or the half moon or whatever, and it was like you were like squeezing out a weird shaped piece of shit, and anytime you sit, you were sitting on this bean that was kind of stuck in your asshole. It was super uncomfortable. So all the time, like I would want to lay on my stomach. because like laying on my back or sitting down was just so uncomfortable.
Whipped it out. I got like a stripe of fish shit like all across my face, and threw up immediately.
It's so big that it's outgrown the tank it's in, and every time it shits, it scares itself. So it'll thrash around like crazy and like start like bumping into the walls of the tank and like moving the rocks around. So we could always tell when the fish shits because you hear just like thunk, 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 thunk. I guess.
Is it a cool looking fish?
I want to eat it. It looks delicious.
Okay.
It's just like a big fat goldfish.
That's a fucked up thing to say about a family pet.
Its name is Mr. Fishy.
Who named it?
My little brother.
You want to eat your goldfish? It would be gross.
I always make jokes to my little brother about wanting to eat it because I know that it would make him sad.
How long have y'all had it?
I once knew someone who had a goldfish bowl below a dartboard, and it didn't end well.
What?
Two fish. The dart just bounced straight up off the dartboard, went straight down through one of the fish, and the other fish died as well from like just the blood and stuff.
From the shock.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing bigger than a whale because the whale's the perfect size for water, right, Gavin?
Yeah.
And sharks can't look down.
Something bigger and
giant.
Maybe
deeper.
the shark just went down. Maybe it went mental and just like swam all the way down, like thrashing about. Maybe it took a shit.
Barbara's a little too pleased with herself on that. It's not a goldfish, Barbara. Be serious. I'm done with your lies. Why are you trying to come into England? Tell me the truth. I don't want to hear another story. I was like, okay. It was like
Wow.
It was like total bad cop, worse cop. Like there was no good cop at all. So that door's fucking heavy as shit.
That door almost killed you last week.
And I opened the door, but I only opened it barely enough to run through. And I started running through. And as I got through the door, it like closed on me and crushed me. And I made the audible noise like. So like I came like limping onto the set right before that. I was like, oh, the door crushed me. Like it dead on my shoulder, just like slammed down on me, like knocked the air out of me.
The idea of Gus getting crushed by a door is amazing.
I would love to see that, but only from an X-ray point of view, like watching a dude's skeleton and all his bones get a little bit closer together.
I had like stupid jobs in the past. I was a secretary at a lawyer's office for a while.
Yeah. Were you answering the phone?
Yeah.
Hello, lawyers.
So and it was hard because I grew up on the border, so I was the secretary.
French and a little bit of Hebrew.
Speak some Jew.
Jesus.
It's called Hebrew.
Do some.
Shalom, Hashem shalit tzipora, ani medaberet ivrit.
That sounds French to me.
It's
I
impressive.
think she's lying.
Say something in German.
9.
Ani rotze lalechet el hasharutim.
Is that the same thing you said before?
Nope.
Was that library?
That means I have to go to the bathroom. I don't actually have to go to the bathroom. Sorry.
So your last name is Darkman.
Dark man.
Dark.
My full name completely, Barbara Dunkleman, means exotic dark man.
Barbara means exotic?
It sure does. It means exotic and cultured.
It's like the biggest old person name ever.
Exotic dark. It took a while.
Barbara Dunkleman or exotic dark man? Which one?
Either way.
Barbara.
But if a mummy bites you, you don't turn into a mummy.
How do you know?
You turn into a daddy.
How does a mummy kill you? So bad.
Stop.
How does a mummy get you? It usually like inhales all your skin off.
I love showing up dressed like a slob in first class, though. It's like I just
I
want to
was
look as
such a
shitty
slob.
as I can,
Yeah.
and have everyone else be like, Should he be here?" I was always upset that my initials weren't GUS.
That'd have
My
been
first
tough.
initial's G and my last initial's S.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
But
why?
there's no good name that starts with U.
Yeah, but you could at least have something. No one knows what my middle name is for
Gus
the most part,
Ugly
anyway.
Sorolla.
The fuck?
You want
Everyone's watching you ugly laugh, by the way. I just want to point that out.
to talk about it, Gus? You okay?
It's just like it would have been cool. My initials would have been Gus.
It's the first U word I could think of.
You didn't even think of a name. You thought of a word.
You looked at his face
Yeah, the
and
first
said
word
ugly.
you thought of was ugly. This is like high school all over again.
Aw.
Did you ever think that when Barbara signed up on the website when she was like 14, she'd ever be on a couch opposite you calling you ugly
Yeah,
live?
like drinking a beer, talking to thousands of people, be like, I look at your face and the first word that comes to mind is ugly. Thanks, Barbara.
You're putting words in my mouth now, Gus.
Were you nervous earlier when Barbara and I came into your office?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm just like sitting there listening to my music, and you both like walk in with like nervous looks on your face. I was like, oh shit, what is
Told you
it?
to take
And I
off
tried to
your
ignore you at first, and you were like,
You can't ignore us. You just stood leaning over your desk and you kept your headphones on. You can't ignore us. We're right there.
Or they're staring at you and you're just like,
And then he like, the moment he gave in, his face is like,
I thought, see, I was like trying to call someone's bluff. I'm like, if I don't take my headphones off, maybe they'll leave. Like maybe it's not important enough that they'll just walk out. That'd be fucking stupid.
no, you're fucking stupid.
Oh, damn.
it's getting heated.
Fucking got told. I'm ugly and I'm fucking stupid. I guess I just gotta drink my beer now.
Get faced.
But
I think
Now
we
we
should
actually
have
have
one
professional.
camera for every person. I don't want to share my shot with Barbara, to be honest.
Why not?
Look at this shot. I'm tiny.
yeah, but with the new couch, you'll be sitting closer together.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you calling me fat right now?
How did you get that from that?
You said you look tiny.
All right, this is how big my head is on the screen. Now cut to Gus. Look at the size of it. Christ alive.
Okay.
If
You're
it was
about the same color.
if it was a new moon. Wait,
Spit it out. Work through it.
like that's when the moon's all black, right?
No, I think
Have a bunch of lasers and spell something out on the moon. And then
we've lost Barbara.
You'd sound like a.
They're sending a 1 kilogram titanium can filled with powdered sports drink and children's dreams. What?
what?
Hold on.
Are you reading a joke right now?
That's what I'm starting to wonder. The specially designed canister, which contains a
Is it
shipment
the most popular combo?
of Pocari sweat powder. Bye.
I love you.
It's weird not having Bernie stop me.
Gus is wearing a shirt, by the way. Nobody's fucking explained it. So Gus is wearing a shirt that says, "It's all the brain anyway,"
And it's got a picture of a brain.
which Gavin does not like because he thinks it looks like intestines.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just say it looks like my small intestine. It looks very.
Specifically yours?
Well, I mean, I imagine that's what it looks like.
Gary?
What?
Well, they don't get them taken out, though, do they?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like removed?
A
Well, I mean, if you get
No, I mean taken out like on a nice date. I mean, why do you always not understand the words I say? Every time you ask me that, it's like taking the guts out. What do you mean, like removed?
Oh!
Don't. They drilled into the guy's eye, and he said that seemed like it would be bad.
Get it off!
Get it off! They got a preview image up.
Gavin, that looks like
oh,
your
are
eye.
you broadcasting that? What's wrong with you people?
Do you ever hear your eye in a really quiet room?
Never,
I
ever,
blink
ever.
very loudly.
What do you mean,
I
hear my eye?
I've heard my eye before.
What does it do?
Like on a really
Gavin.
quiet.
Okay.
Let's look at stuff.
Here's what we're seeing right now. Over there's a chair. Don't hit that. Then when there's the computer, you like that. Let's go look at that.
Boobs. Yay.
Sometimes it's just like it'd be like, you know, like
No,
So-
I
so it's-
don't know. When we did the early podcasts, and I can't even tell you which one it was. I was mortified when I would listen to it, and I was a little bit heavier then. And then Gus would be talking about something. You hear me going. Just like breathing.
So that was a lot of the podcast editing back in the early days, was removing audio tracks when people weren't talking. It's like if someone wasn't talking, I didn't want to hear it because sometimes it's just like gross stuff. It's just like, I know they're not talking here, cut. They start talking here, cut. Get rid of all that. Silence.
I did a video with my kids, and it was just audio editing was a nightmare because like you talk to them and then they would go like this, like Gus, if you're talking to me, ask a question, they go, yeah, so I did this thing. I was like, no, on the mic, and they go on the mic, like, constantly moving their chairs and everything. It's just like you don't realize like all the little things you pick up.
comments are a waste of time.
I disagree. I know a lot of people think that, but I disagree.
For my videos, are a damn waste of time.
I think 20% of the comments are a waste of time, and those 20% will override everything else.
Yeah, you can't let the negative comments.
I don't even say negative, just like this,
Yeah.
even some of the positive stuff is fucking garbage. But, you know, it's just, there really is. Maybe it's not 20%. Maybe it's 30, 40, 50%.
why are comments
80%.
good?
Yeah, he's getting a cat. He's got a dog now, and he's getting a cat. He's excited about it.
Yeah, my life's just filling up.
It happens. Here we go.
So what's crazy to me is that Michael and Lindsay, in relation to us, are upside down right now.
Now I don't like to think about it like that.
Cut out the Earth, and now you're just in space. You're this way up. I mean, no, you're like that way up.
Oh, God.
Cut them out, they're that way up.
And
Put
you
them
move us
together,
close
you're like
together.
that.
You could never put us close. That's the thing, though. You're taking the Earth out of the equation.
Yeah, like that. Your plane.
We're all right set up on the surface.
I know. Everyone knows that.
I know.
You mean they're not standing on their heads in Australia?
There's no other way to exist for us to exist. I can't exist upside down on the surface of the planet.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
What?
I can exist.
Gavin, stop. You're losing it.
And we're all standing outwards like this.
Not relative to the planet,
did
but
it.
relative to
Yes.
you. You did the hand motion that totally backed him up.
Proved it. You're like, I disagree with everything you're
But that's
saying.
not upside
but
down.
You're right.
That's not upside. That's not upside down.
Relative
I
to
just
you
don't-
and not the planet.
I just don't see it that
What
way.
is the definition of upside down?
That is,
Describe it. Define it.
okay. Your upside is pointing down. Their upside, their upside is not pointing down. Their upside is pointing up. Their upside is pointing up.
In relation to you?
Yeah, in relation to me.
This is the dumbest conversation. I don't even feel like the dumb one on this one.
The way I
All
look
right,
at
what
it.
if they were on the equator? Would they be going sideways?
Let me ask you a question. So, like in Star Trek,
People and their orientation.
see, that sign is upside down. That sign is upside down because
I'm upside down with this conversation.
that sign. They're putting a sign
I'm
on
upside
screen,
down.
which is Australia. The sign is upside
Let's
down.
end
The
the
road is not.
Let's end the conversation, and we'll agree that I'm right for once.
Yep. Gavin wins.
Point
Because
you.
we exist on top of that object. You take us out, you put us in space, we're upside down.
No, there's no upside down in space.
There you go. There's the shirt from the conversation. There's no upside down space.
We got it.
We got it. We can move on.
All right.
This is it.
This makes me want to lose weight. Like looking at it, it's like I always look at my belly from the top down, relative to my belly, and seeing it from that third-person perspective. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. It really makes me feel like I could lose 10 pounds there. Like even here, when you look at the picture, it looks like it's photoshopped in. Or thank you, you went with that one and not the wide. I appreciate the close-up on my
The face
my
is
gut.
so accurate as well. Like,
Imagine a beer
It's a
was-
match made in heaven. I wish there was a beer that big.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if there were a beer as big as me, it'd be like I see my death.
Yeah. Relative to you, though, who would be upside down?
Yeah, I'm stuck in an elevator. You know. Yeah, there's a picture from it.
wait, is that what? Did you take that?
Esther took it. She was stuck in the elevator with me. And
People on Twitter have the dumbest arguments. And somebody explained to me, they said, here's what you need to do to solve the problem. Call Michael. Tell him at the same time, point at the sun. You'll be pointing at the sky, and he'll be pointing at the ground. No, he won't. No, he won't. He will not point at the ground.
because in Australia the sun is in the ground.
You see what I mean? It's like at night you don't go, that's where the sun is. It's on the other side of the earth. You don't point that way. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like it just, that's what I'm saying is that relative to the, I'll get lost in this stuff. I'll be lost in like my five senses conversation. It was funny because there was a picture on Reddit today that was a dude who had an allergic reaction. If you can show it, Patrick. The guy's in a medical crisis, but it's funny as shit. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it was over and over and over again.
He looks like a guy who's gonna die.
Pretty
What
cool.
was
Jealous.
the game that you played with your kids?
Star
I
Control.
played Star Control 2. Urquan Mass. Did we talk about that on that podcast?
Yeah.
That's not true.
No, yeah, seriously.
Wow.
I gotta leave.
Is my lines written on here?
What do I say next?
Is that really part of podcast 151 that we talked about Star Control 2 as well?
Houston Doctor and Elevator, Star Control 2.
Somebody explain it to me.
I don't know.
Hey, what do I feel about who?
Yell is a good band, right?
Yeah, Yell is a good band. Why?
He's just bringing up stuff from the old podcast.
How are you confused?
I'm so confused.
Bernie's upside down today.
I must be. I must be.
That's why he thinks he's the same side as.
we talked about Yell
Michael
in that
Lindsay.
video? In that podcast?
I was talking
Have you been
to.
listening to Yell now for 2 or 3 years?
Was it like your mobile?
Stop looking at your phone. Are you bringing up topics we talked about in the last podcast? Did we talk about that?
Did we talk about
Get rid of your
calling you?
fucking phone right now. I can't take it.
You're really confusing him. I've never seen Bernie that broken.
Something's wrong. I'm like,
I was like, Yell's a good band. He's like, they are a good band. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, I
I
love
love them. Isn't Yell just one person anyway?
You absolutely broke him.
the weird thing is, like, why would we talk about Yell on 151? Because we were working with Monty by then. The company is called Smosh.
But is there
Like, if I walk up to Ian and Anthony at a place, I don't go, hey, Smosh. You know, they're the name of their
Don't you?
company. It's the name of their company. Somebody come up to me and called me Rooster Teeth. I'd be like, slag off, you cunt.
I got a reaction.
We got a deep sigh from character. Oh, what?
The C word.
It's the most important part of Gus's
It's
Monday.
the most important part.
Like he mentioned that. I was like,
Okay,
That's important.
I have a speech impediment. Thank you for bringing it up.
Do you really?
No.
I was hanging out in your
Yarp.
office.
How they have like dressed like a whatever
Yeah.
Friday or whatever, and then
Yeah.
it's coffee club and
Yeah.
just don't.
Didn't you do something with lunch with your friends? Wasn't
La-
that a thing?
Lads lunch.
Yeah.
That's just lunch though. Have you ever had lunch?
No, it is not.
Yeah. You're
When
excited
we
about a
eat pizza,
specific
we're
thing.
just eating a meal.
What is
lunch
lads
is general.
What is lads lunch?
I don't want to talk about it.
What is that? I gotta know. What is it?
It's just like a little group of people who get lunch together sometimes. She looks good for a pregnant person.
What does
Yeah.
that mean? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
People who are pregnant are just like,
I disagree.
usually. They're like giant and inflated. She looked great.
Kara.
They are. People get bigger when they're
We have
pregnant.
in the background. We have Kara's song. Like, whoa,
Those inflated cunts.
Jesus.
Slog off.
Strategize victory on history's most.
You know what would be a hard game to play? Is a second-person view game where you can only see your character from the view of other players.
Is that what the second person is?
I guess so, because that's like first person is me, second person is you.
I didn't know I was the second person.
No,
I thought I was the
third
first. The whole-
It's relative. You're your first person.
I didn't know I was the second person.
in relation to you, everything's relative to other things.
We've lost Bernie this
whole time.
Is there an Australia person?
He's upside down. The controls are inverted.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Gavin. I love you so much.
That's the equivalent of like if all of the crap that I've created at Achievement Hunter, if they all went on to be $1 billion, like if Mark Nutt became.
If it was like a summer blockbuster movie, it's like, I can't wait for Mark Nutt 2. Did you see his cameo at the end of the Avengers? Awesome.
He made a sweet appearance in X-Ray and Vav.
Yeah,
That's even better.
I can't believe Peter Berg cast Liam Neeson in the Tower of Pimps movie.
Yeah.
That's not how you put someone
Well,
in a
guess
place.
what? You haven't
Here's how I would've
pissed
done
me
it.
off since, have you?
Wow.
Fight,
Fucking
fight,
A.
fight,
That sounded like an
fight,
invitation.
fight.
Hey, can you hand me that opener, please? Not you, Gavin.
Bernie is the first
Bernie is
person.
the first person.
And Gavin is the second person. Yeah.
Ashley, when she plays a game, lovely girl. Whenever she plays a game, she does this. It's like the most serious, frowny face. It's like it looks like she's absolutely miserable playing a game. She makes the same face when she reads too, like that. It was a girl gaming meme. Like it was really kind of sexist, where it was like girl gamers, and it's a picture of Ashley playing on one of those like demotivational poster style things. It says some people take Farmville really seriously because she has like a headset on and she's playing, and she doesn't have the face in that. She's got like a touch of it, but she goes, I knew they were taking the picture. I could see the person because they were in my frame of vision. I'm done.
No, we talked about the World Cup.
I'm
now.
done. I think I might be done.
World Cup.
What do you mean?
I think I just might be done for a while.
What do you mean?
The podcast.
No, don't do that. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's just
You're
like
depressed about it.
no. I just
Bernie.
like repeating that much stuff on a podcast is a lot. I mean, it's just like I don't know what to say. I just I
It's like
feel
saying I'm not going to say any more words.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. I'm taking my fucking confused, bad at math brain. I'm going home.
I'm really tired.
Why are you tired?
I don't know.
Oh, TX, wow.
No, I had a garage sale this weekend, and yeah, it fucking wrecked me. So you said how people are mean, on their own property?
Yeah.
I have a bay window in my dining room. I regularly open up the curtains and I stand there and I look out in my yard and I just say, get off my property. And my wife will be like, who are you talking to? And I'm just like, everyone.
Are you talking to the
I'm like,
squirrel?
no, but there's not even anybody there. Just like in general, I'm just like, get off my property. Just like, whatever, just so people know, don't be on there.
You have to
really
say it
weird.
occasionally just in case someone you don't see is on it. Like when they put up no trespassing signs.
Yeah.
They're not directed at anybody in particular. It's just like when the person
Just so you
shows
know.
up,
You're
it was
just-
Do
posted.
you have like weird fantasy? Or like if someone does walk up, are you like, yes.
Man.
I've been
Take
waiting
one
for
more
this
step.
moment.
Get off. Exactly what we talked about once we got back from Australia, and everyone thought I was chatting shite.
No, we-
Shite.
She won't do it.
She won't do it, but I'll try it right now. Set an alarm for 7 a.m.
Okay, your 7 a.m. alarm.
You're a
is
bitch.
on.
I swear that happens every time you try to show.
I know every time Siri like knows when I'm trying to make her look like a bitch.
She wants to look good on camera.
Here, I'm going to read this.
No.
No?
You always ask that. What happens if I say no?
I didn't ask. I said, here, I'm going to read this.
You said let me read.
I guess
no,
it
I
takes
said,
you.
here, playback?
How long does it take?
Shut up. You probably
walk.
tried Hulu on your computer. Hulu Plus is so much more.
Where is Cole? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's
on
been
the
out on the
shoot.
shoot.
Mind-blowingly big from the
You've
moon.
never seen a picture of the Earth.
Dude, what, you think every picture of the Earth is from the moon?
Well, a lot of them are. They're either from the fucking space station or the goddamn moon. It doesn't show up at school picture day and get a fucking photo and hang it on the goddamn refrigerator. Come on, you haven't seen that.
I don't think I... Oh, see, it's massive.
Gavin is not good in cars.
Gavin's like taking a cat in a car. It's like
She
you
would
can manage
love
it for a few minutes, and then after a while, he's just on your shoulder. Like,
I also hate being in a
I wanna
car
get out.
that isn't moving. Like, some people, when you get in their car, they faff around for like a minute, and I'm like... Let's go! Come on, I'm stuck in a car.
Shit.
That would
Yeah.
be different for a woman, though.
What?
Oh, God.
I'm trying. No, wait. Let's see. What does that mean? That would be
Wait,
different
guys.
for a woman, though.
Now, let's do this from now on. Guys, let's do this from now on. Whenever this comes up, you and I are now going to play Who's Gavin's Brain? Am I Gavin's Brain or are you Gavin's Brain?
Okay.
I'll be Gavin's Brain.
All right, you
Can I
be Gavin's
volunteer?
brain. Yeah.
Here's why.
Something about
A woman is filled with eggs. So, since people are the eggs, she has more than just herself out of the photo. She has a bunch of people that are going to be people also behind the camera as well.
Right, but that still is encompassed by everyone who's ever gonna.
No, but this could be generations of people that are like egged up in
Right.
her.
How'd
I do,
for
Gavin?
a woman though. Hold on, I still.
Absolutely spot on.
I've known you,
Wait,
I've known you too
Yeah,
long.
because if it was a woman who would eventually have kids, her kid was up there too.
Gavin is fascinated by ovaries. You don't know that yet?
It's so interesting to me that you have a finite amount. So the baby that's in the woman has eggs that it will one day have. Yeah.
He's fascinated by
I
eggs.
love when you confuse yourself mid-sentence.
And then Gus came out, and then we had the moment where we both saw the flight together. It's like a genuine reaction. Here's Gus's realization.
I have no idea what he was doing.
It's I just want to say it's about time for British Airways 191 to fly over. There it is! It's right there! It's right there! Like you couldn't even hear it yet.
Yeah. There's just a dot in the distance.
It's right there. That is fucking crazy. You know, that's crazy that you know that.
And that happens only once a day, and we just converged on that same spot.
Yeah, and but I see that played almost every day. I don't know why.
Have you seen those new fridges where you can press a button and it opens the door differently?
Oh, wait. Gavin's brain.
Gavin's brain. You go. It's your turn. It's your turn.
I think what he means is it doesn't open the door fully. It opens the outer door, and there's still a glass panel on the inside, so you can see the food without it fully being open.
That is correct.
Oh,
It
hey!
opens.
And the guy had a cat, and so George Clooney religiously for like a month went down every morning and cleaned all the crap out of the cat box. And the guy was getting worried. It's like the cat's never going to the bathroom ever. And then George Clooney, after a month, took a dump in the.
Oh my god!
That's such a brilliant.
my god!
That's such a brilliant mind fuck. And the guy was like, "Oh my god!"
Jesus. That shit was backed up.
I know what the guy's name is, but he did that.
That's so fucking funny.
It's really funny. And your couch is leather?
Yeah.
I don't want it. I hate leather couches.
Why?
I hate fucking because you can't sleep, you can't nap on them.
Sure you can.
You get all like, it's just like, it's horrible. It's horrible.
You get all like bleh, and
just
then
like,
you can't.
You just like, there's nowhere for the heat to go. It's all just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Get a blanket for it or something. A throw blanket.
Nah, yeah. That's too
No.
much effort.
For $300. That's
Classic problem. You bought two couches. You bought a set.
It came in the set.
I thought, well, I know it came in the set. You bought the set. Don't buy the $300 set. Buy one thing for $300.
You can buy a
What are you
lovely,
pointing at?
comfy. I was shaking your hand like it's
I
a bet.
guarantee 90% of the people who listen to this podcast or are watching it have a $300 couch. Matt and I, we were in college, we had a $25 couch. That thing was awesome. Don't buy a shitty couch and then try to take other people's couches.
I'm
That's the
not
thing,
trying
too.
to take this couch.
Barbara is.
You're fired.
And then what was going to happen to your fucking couch? What was going to happen with your...
I would have put it in your office.
Fuck that. Keep that out of my office. Purpose of leather is like nothing sticks to it.
It's nah.
Except you can't nap on it because
It's.
It goes, no. I was very specific. You lay down and it's like you just go, ugh. It's just like, anybody will know what I'm talking about. It's like you get this heat layer. It goes like this. You go, that's the noise it makes when you wake up off someone's phone from 1970s.
The 70s want to talk. Someone. What?
Who are these assholes that are at the mall on a Wednesday? But I'm one of those assholes that's at the mall. So,
Yeah.
I,
let's
you know,
get some shoes.
let's get some shoes.
Let's get some shoes.
Oh, God. or your lip when you're eating? You bite your lip and then you do it 5,000 times after that. I always feel like a failure on an evolutionary basis when I bite my own face.
The thing that gets me about that is, so it's like you.
Do you know what would be absolutely
why?
awful? Biting a chalkboard, just looking like. That would just be the worst.
I'm going to abort the podcast, I swear.
As opposed to you guys who was doing this, like this fist monkey grip with silverware. Like
I do it.
Why would you even?
I can't wait to see the gif of that.
Why would you even bother with? How dare you?
Gus had a stupid conversation with me earlier. He said he likes to take 2 slices of pizza, put them on top of each other.
I know, because you walked in and he said, I have a pizza sandwich.
But surely it takes you twice as long to each bite. Because
If you have a peanut butter sandwich and you have 2 slices of bread with peanut butter
I'm
on
listening.
them, and you eat one at a time, does that take just as, the same amount of time as eating a peanut butter sandwich?
Oh, get faced, Gavin Free.
Well, yeah, it would take longer, wouldn't it? Get some slices of bread out here right now.
Make sure they're nice and wet.
Hold the bread. I don't want
Gavin will do it. Gavin will do an experiment and eat for us. But when they do serve you a meal, it's the weirdest thing. It's like, would you like the chicken parmesan or would you like the snail face? And it's like, I'll have the chicken parmesan.
Yeah.
And then after 7 seats, it's like all that's left is snail faces.
But
That's
if you're-
it.
I want to eat a snail face now.
Yeah.
It's always like some super horrible option. You know? That's the picture right there. Yeah, it is the picture. That's what I
That is
showed.
mental.
That was taken like while season 1 was still going on. I think.
This makes me so excited for RTX.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I knew it was last night because I got bombarded with tweets about it.
Yeah.
Jack.
What's wrong with Jack?
He fucking tweeted about that show like nonsense. He like live tweeted it for like fucking 2 hours.
Weren't we
asked him
supposed to? Wasn't that the
I asked
idea?
him to.
Oh, okay. It was a lot. Like all the .at replies. I almost unfollowed him again. As long as we're on the topic of flights, enjoy your snail heads.
She said it's a picture of first class snail heads.
I like how they have the X's for eyes.
What's that
They're
little
clearly
streak
dead.
of purple? Is that like sauce or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
it's,
a little
it's
bit of flair.
fancy.
That's the presentation.
Also,
I'm
this
thinking
couch is just as big. We just sit in different
No,
places.
it's it's smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's smaller. It's less room in
it's
the
smaller.
fucking
Do
stage.
you want me to bust out a fucking tape measure? The old couch is over there.
I do, because I don't believe you that you're actually closer.
85. 85 inches on the new couch. Look at that.
Quite a moment.
How you feeling?
Whoa.
Gavin is now
I feel so close to you.
in Gus's
Weird.
chair.
95.
10 inches.
10 inches?
A foot. It's a foot. When you're talking about like butt width, that's pretty good.
10 inches isn't a foot.
Gavin, don't fucking start with me.
It's a metric foot.
I know, right? Then you got to look at the measurement in a second.
And
It's
that's like how far light travels on this atom something else.
Nailed it.
I'll look it up. I'm looking at the definition. I'm looking on Wikipedia. So
Keep reading.
you don't tell me what to do. To what precision?
Real precise.
To real precision.
Proper, like, well zoomed in. Would that be
Proper,
like this?
well zoomed in. Real precision.
But I'm wondering which 2 objects man-made are the similarest in size.
I got some
If
things.
the universe is infinite and all possibilities exist, is there a rock on a planet somewhere that looks exactly like Bernie's skull? You're like,
Yeah,
holy shit.
Absolutely.
That's the power of infinity. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like imagine astronaut Bernie landing on this alien planet. Like that rock looks just like my face.
Not only is there a chance that it's exactly there's a rock that looks exactly like your skull. There's an infinite number of rocks that look exactly like your skull. I mean, just tell us what a human would look like based on their bones. Gavin, shut up.
Yeah.
You got plates in your head? I think you got like 5 or 6 of those.
And the jaw isn't the skull.
It is too? Why not? What wouldn't it be?
Well, it's a different bone, isn't it?
Then the skull?
Well, skull's a bone.
Gavin,
could jaw
if
be
it's
a-
one bone is the skull, then the answer to your question is 1. How about
Wait,
that?
What do you mean?
Because you're drawing these
What
fucking
do you
arbitrary.
mean?
You're like, how many bones are in your skull? And I say the jaw. I go, well, it's not a different bone than the skull. So if there's only one skull bone, then your answer to your question is fucking 1. Because all the other bones are different than the skull bone. All of them. Including the jaw, including the fucking teeth.
So a skull, when you hold a skull, you're holding the head minus the lower teeth and jaw.
So you're specifically eliminating the teeth. And the
No,
the lower
the bottom
teeth.
teeth.
And
No, just the bottom teeth. Don't be stupid, Bernie.
But why are you getting rid of that? Like, I understand why you get rid of all the neck bone. Okay, so you have 16 teeth in the top of your mouth.
Why you're so obsessed with the teeth?
Because you're asking me, Gavin, you're asking me how many bones are in my skull. And then I'm counting them for you. I'm doing exactly what you're asking
Why
me
are you
to.
so obsessed with the bones?
I'm doing, why are you so busy counting? I'm doing exactly what you asked me to do. You asked me how I'm trying to go along with you.
said how many
And
bones in
you're
that.
stopping me every
said how
step
many
of the
bones
way.
in
He's
that.
fighting you. Like, you're stupid for trying to figure it out.
Wait.
You don't classify teeth as a bone?
You just said all the teeth. I even asked you at the beginning of this. You count the teeth, and you said no, yes, no. So okay, you mean all the little bones in your inner
Like
ear?
the stirrup.
Yeah. So you count that.
Yeah, I
even
was
though.
just wondering how many bones are in your head, and then I was like, is the skull to your jaw as well? Is that separate?
Well, now I'm wondering. So if you have a skull, like say a person, and you just
Decapitate it.
set them in a chair,
Right.
and they die, Ugh. And then they rot away, and you come back in like 3 years, and they're just a skeleton sitting there. They're just a skeleton sitting in the chair, and then you take the skull, whether or not the spine comes with it, and the neck and the jawbone, teeth doesn't matter.
Well, how could there be more than one bone
Real
in the
precise, proper zoom. From Twitter.
That's awesome.
There's people who are born with spiky bones. I know somebody who deals with gout on a regular basis, but yeah, it's like when you eat rich foods, it like makes you have a flare up, and it's like crystals in your joints. It's supposed to be really
When they get
fucking
like
painful.
really self-conscious about it, do you think they're experiencing some form of self-gout?
It's not as funny when you have to set it up that long.
No, I liked it. It was
That was
good.
like 5 seconds of get on with it.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Do you think that in some circumstances, when if these things happened in this order, do you think?
Which is, by the way, exactly how your discussion of the skull went.
Yeah.
How many? I'm wondering, do people count teeth as part of the skull? How many bones are in your head?
Fireworks, fired.
Oh, it's a pun.
It's an attempt at a pun.
Your
I've
quote is
noticed-
fucking high today.
The stress level that I experience and the pun quality, when the stress goes up, the pun quality goes
Are
down.
you stressed all year round?
Because I'm not a morning person.
No. You know who's not a morning person?
Ashley.
Every girl.
Most girls are not.
She is not a morning
people, I don't
person.
think.
She's mean in the morning. Her and that cat.
And also, do you get it where
they gang up on me?
they'll like say afterwards,
Ashley's not a morning person. I'm saying quietly because she's over there, but she's not a morning person.
I'm sure she could still hear.
I don't see her.
so what kind of
Where is she?
I don't know. She might be behind you.
what do you do? What do you do in the
With a
morning?
knife.
What?
Do you piss her off in the morning?
I don't mean
Like
to.
inadvertently piss
It
her off?
happens sometimes. Okay.
Like, they wanted snooze to be, it was an analog thing. They wanted snooze to be 10 minutes max.
Yeah, but time is 12.
Time is 12. Hold on a second.
Gavin's brain, go.
Go. Time
There
is
are 12 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And also 60 minutes in an hour, which is divisible by 12. You break it down into 5 sections of 12.
Gavin?
Well, yeah, like why would? Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah. That's exactly what I meant.
And here's, you love him, Mr. Jack Patillo. And Mr. Gavin Free. Oh, the guys in the bathroom. Hey, you guys are great. You guys are great because there's nothing because we sorry, you guys nailed it. I'll wait to see it. We're gonna do some fun stuff today. I can't wait. You guys are gonna be the best part of it, though. It's gonna be great. Thank you so much.
Your host, Gus Sorolla, is Mr. Bernie Burns, Jack Patillo, and finally, one half of Slow Mo Guys. You know him, you love him, your favorite creeper, Mr. Gavin Free.
Everybody, Gavin Free!
In case you couldn't hear him, he came out and he said, "Oh, I get it.
Everyone was so
Immediately.
shifty.
We worked. How long did we work on that? This one dude right there. We came out to do a rehearsal. He was the one guy who had left and gone to the bathroom.
What are the fucking odds? There's a room full of people. He pulled a Gavin Free.
Nice. We were so happy to sponsor the event, and we have a little gift for you, the championship belt for being the most funded film.
Wow. That is all. Gus, there you go. Our model, Gus Sorolla.
Ooh, yeah. The cream rises to the crop, Gene.
The creepy.
What, you just wish it was you, Blaine. The least muscle guy up here has a belt on, and Blaine's down there with a camera. How's it feel, nerd?
If you ever go to an airport and you use 2 outlets at the airport, you are the devil.
Yeah.
You are.
You are evil.
Have you ever seen that person who prints out stickers that look like electrical outlets and he puts them all around airports?
That's evil.
They're like photorealistic stickers of outlets, and he just puts them on the walls like where outlets would be in airports, just to watch people go try to plug stuff in.
That guy's the devil. That guy.
That's
guy's
awesome.
horrible.
What do you think would be the worst sticker to troll people with? Like a defibrillator would be pretty bad, wouldn't it?
Oh my God.
A fire alarm, maybe.
If you go to like the Midwest and put like a tornado shelter sticker somewhere.
And
it's in a mobile home.
That's made out of glass. Goes like a greenhouse.
So we moved our office from South Austin to North Austin, even though we said we'd never move to North Austin, but whatever.
Who actually said that, by the way?
Jack immediately made this my fucking problem.
Did you say
immediately?
It was someone said it. It was either you or Matt. Someone said we would never go north of the river. Whatever. Anyway.
I had to drive to Buda for 4 fucking years. I don't want to hear anyone complain.
I'm just saying.
I try and sneak away from my Guardian quite a lot. I'll just pop on a mask and walk around, and then I'll be gone for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden there'll be 5 Guardians behind me. Like, you walked off again, didn't you? But, yeah.
I almost
You're
leave.
like a lost child.
I like to see how far I can get. Not very far.
When we first met Meg for the first time, it was so weird that we met her, and I find out she's from Austin because I knew Meg from SourceFed. Like, now that she used to live like a block away from one of the older offices. Crazy coincidence.
It was weird to think that I was that close to her before ever meeting her.
It is weird.
Oh, very nice.
Stop. Down.
So she cosplayed as you, right?
Yeah, she was Vav. It was top. And Ashley did X-Ray.
Yeah, she did.
cool.
She
They
played
look way better than Ray and I.
Yeah, I agree.
It's Abe. I have to see that later because it's ruining all sorts of things in my life.
I agree.
Ashley should have done horse puncher.
What's that?
Ashley should have been the horse puncher.
No, because it was weird enough having sex with her dressed as Ray.
What's the most personal story you've ever told?
Most personal story.
I know
ever
what Jack's
told.
is, but we won't bring it up because he gets mad.
Thank you.
And Jack, what would you say your most personal story is where you're not
We'll keep it
banging a
quiet.
fleshlight?
We'll keep it quiet. So my favorite thing on Twitter is the block function. There's a few words you can say to me, and without saying anything else, I'll just immediately block you. And that's one of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your Twitter feed right now.
Wait.
Got a lot of blocking to do.
This is Barbara's dad. We're all going to call him Mr. Dunkleman. Hi.
Larry!
And
He's the Dunkleman.
well, I've been taking selfies all week. But he made the app. You spent a lot of time making it. Thank you so much for making the app. It was really awesome. We've all used it all week. Do you guys want to play Gavin or Google? All right. Google or Gavin? Which one said it? Let's find out.
I'm feeling lucky.
Beer.
Well, I have a bone to pick with you, you prick. You lied about the couch.
I did lie about the couch.
The new couch is longer than the old couch.
What?
I was right.
That was the whole point.
But
He was lying.
By 2 inches.
It's what?
I thought it was a love seat like this.
The,
like
the new couch is 2 inches wider than the old couch.
What?
He lied. He made me look like a right mug.
That is the whole reason why we got it. They put dimensions on the website when you order it. That's math. You love math. How'd you fuck it up?
Oops. Gavin or Google. Google or Gavin.
Is there a right way to wipe? Is there an Old Zealand?
Damn it.
Gus.
Old Zealand is Gavin.
Gus is incorrect.
I was going to say it.
So do I hit N?
And
Really?
You lost the
I
point.
lost the point. The rules have changed.
All right, we'll do why can't a dog?
Hold on, real fast, before you get there.
God damn it. I was hoping I'd get away with it.
God.
How do you wipe?
I realized when I was about 25 that nobody really...
25!
No, shut up! Shut up! I realized about 25 years old that nobody really taught me how to wipe my ass. So I practiced with like different strokes. So now,
Practiced? How do you practice?
well, I just changed the way I do it. Like usually I just be like wipe, wipe, wipe until it's done.
Yeah, then use the word experiment. Don't say practice.
Yeah, practice makes it sound.
Oh, so I say I'm experimenting with my asshole.
Yeah.
Downward wipe followed by upward wipes, is that more efficient?
Is it?
Well, I don't know. I'm just.
You're the expert.
You said you experimented.
Yeah, I didn't know the results were inconclusive.
So why can't a dog just relax when the doorbell rings?
That's Gavin. I want to hear the next one.
Are you committed?
Just chill out. Why did a dog evolve to freak out at that one sound?
Well, it's what they're used to. Like my dogs, I've never had a doorbell. I just moved it, like I keep talking about, I just moved. I have a doorbell now in my new place, so I decided to do an experiment. I walked outside, went away for a few minutes, came back, and they'll freak out if someone knocks at the door. I rang the doorbell, nothing.
Really?
Nothing. They didn't even acknowledge it.
That's interesting. It'd be interesting to take a big speaker with the doorbell speaker and put it in like a park and see which dogs go mental.
So we talked about trolling.
What?
And then
Holy
you'd be able to
shit.
see who didn't have a doorbell. All the dogs that just sat there like, I don't know what that was. I've never heard that in my life.
Gavin, I just imagine you buying like an ice cream truck, rolling up to the dog park, and you're just like, ding dong. And all the dogs are like, fuck these balls. What was that?
It'll be awesome.
They'd be like, where the fuck is the door?
Think about that. A dog is outside and he hears a doorbell. It's like the best day ever for a dog.
Do you not ever have a forked piss? Or
No. Dan once again is agreeing with you.
Wait. Wait. I think I know where this is coming from. I think I know where this is going. Dan, I want to make this a little uncomfortable for you. Circumcised or uncircumcised? There you go. That's what it is.
Dan the man, everybody.
Dan the man.
Why am I getting this much of a cheer for having a forked piss? I don't know, but very occasionally, you know how like sometimes you can pour like a glass of water, like if you pour it slowly, the water sort of goes like that down the bottom. Right? This has happened maybe 3 or 4 times in my life, but like,
Dan,
it's been
see a doctor, dude. Come on.
No, it's been a weak piss, and sometimes it's just gone like that and gone around and back onto me.
What? Like down your leg?
No, like onto me, like sort of like that.
How is it?
I pissed myself in, like, it's weird. I don't know. Like, it happened like twice ever.
That's twice too many. Listen, I gotta say, I'm so happy with you guys for pulling that joke off on Gavin. I thought somebody for sure was gonna fuck it up.
great.
You guys were awesome about that. That's Gavin's nightmare.
All of these guys did a great job. Everyone back there was acting like a lunatic. I was about to get in the lift, and all of a sudden, all of the Guardians around me got a text message at once, and everyone was like, don't let him in the lift. And I was like, oh, Christ, what's going on? So I had to walk all the way up the stairs for no reason. Why couldn't I take the lift? Because you were telling him?
I don't know. We actually came out here and rehearsed it like 3 or 4 times.
So my sorry ass had to climb all those stairs while you were doing that. That's
Oh, you poor fucking baby. I was here directing 4,000 people. Go fuck yourself. The production assistant saying, all right, section 2, get down. Section 3, get down. The sound of 200 to 400 people falling to the ground haunts me to this day. That is like the grossest, like meat sack, like wet thud. It's just so gross.
It's like wet bread hitting the floor.
There's no need for that.
Can we borrow a page from Penny Arcade? So
Sure,
you
why
want to
not?
experience what that's like? Everyone's gonna crack their knuckles. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So gross! So gross!
It sounds like a skeleton getting run over by a tank.
It's totally like a skeleton getting run over by a
Like
tank.
the opening shot of Terminator.
Oh my god! Shame on all of you. That was terrible.
Can you
Can't figure out
pass
why.
on the ones that are just complete bullshit and couldn't be true? Like, if you watch too much TV, your eyes will go square. Did you ever heard that one?
Square?
No.
Was that just me?
What? You believe that?
Even Dan
Hey,
is
shut
asking
the fuck
what.
up. He look at once again. He said something dumb. He immediately looked at Dan like, Dan, please, yeah.
And look at Dan's freaking the
All
fuck
right,
out.
Dan doesn't agree with me on this one. You do? Oh, he does. Cheers, Dan.
Oh, the British, you're Charles agrees with you too.
Had to get rid of it, and I was like, let's put it in my front driveway and to say free wood. And sure enough, like
got wood.
I had like 80 pickets of wood, and I had a little sign that said free on it. And I got home one day and it was all gone. It was awesome.
You went on Craigslist and wrote free wood with your address.
Yep, in the free section.
How are you still here? Free wood.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
No.
What did you do, Joel?
Bye. Oh. Joel Heyman, everybody. Joel Heyman. Did you just stumble? Are you okay? That's not. There's no mic on that. How drunk are you right now?
Bye, Barbara.
Bye, Barbara.
Someone knitted her a dress. It's all white. Then at the bottom, it's like I said, knitted. At the bottom, it just says, "Bitches ain't shit," in huge letters.
That's awesome.
It's fucking amazing.
And it was knitted, and it was hot, and it was a rooftop party.
But
and she was absolutely committed to wearing it.
She was like, absolutely. She came up to me. She was like, "Look at this! Look at this!" She was so excited. I think so awesome.
We all know Gus has one rule when he's signing stuff.
Bring your shoes.
Gus does not sign shoes.
I do
It's
not
the one
sign
thing.
shoes. These couple of teenage girls came up and it's like, there they are.
Oh, I thought it was a shout out for teenage girls.
Is literally the first time that's ever happened for Gus ever. Except one time he walked into the female bathroom and that sound was made.
They walked up and they're like, "Can you sign our shoe?" And I was like, "Listen, I'm really sorry. It's the one thing I don't sign is shoes." They said, "We knew you were going to say that, so we brought you gloves."
Whoa.
They brought me surgical gloves and another separate Sharpie with which to sign the shoes.
They've got you there. You have to do it.
I had to do it.
Wow.
Well done.
That's awesome.
So I put the gloves on, used the Sharpie, signed the shoe, still holding the gloves. I threw the Sharpie away and then took the gloves off and immediately threw them away also. I was like, that's the only time it's ever going to work. It's never going to work again.
Then the way the surgical gloves or rubber latex gloves, he put them on so quick. He was like that. What do you do at home?
What are you doing?
That you put on those gloves like you do it 10 times a day.
What have you been inseminating?
Hey, I've got gloves. I've got 600 square feet of electrical tape. Don't ask questions.
He goes to take a photo selfie, and he does it. And as soon as he does, it comes up, phone call, mom, answer, decline. And he goes, oh, shit. Hey, mom, no, mom. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I just gotta, I'll call you back. I'll call you back. Hangs up. We go to take the photo. Mom calls back. And he goes, decline. And he goes, sorry about that. Goes back to the camera because here. And I'm like, they're pulling me. I gotta go. And then he declines it. Go. There's the photo. We were like, and he goes, mom calls again. And he goes, Jesus. And the answer goes, mom, no, please, no, God, no, mom, I'm taking a photo, please. I'll just call you back. Hangs up. Go to the photo again. He goes, mom. And they pull me. They go, I gotta go. So we never got it. We never took the photo.
Oh, no.
And I heard as he's walking away, I heard this as we're walking away. I just heard one dude go, God damn it, mom.
Oh, my God.
We gotta find that guy and send him.
I would love to see that guy again. Can I admit something? It's gonna make me sound like a horrible person.
Yeah.
That ship has sailed. I probably could have stayed. I thought it'd be a better story if I left.
That's awful.
Wow. You asshole.
It's a better story until you tell that part.
Yeah, now we know that.
That only makes it better.
The 5-year-old come up.
There's a 5-year-old girl, yeah.
Who was like a huge fan and just
Rage
like
quit.
It was really, really adorable. I told everyone else in the line, like, you have no chance. This was the most adorable moment all weekend.
And those lines are so long. I walked up to her when I saw her on the line. I walked up and I said, hey kiddo, I said, are you super bored? And she goes, I'm not a boy. I thought it was the most, she was cutest. Her name was Betty and she was awesome.
Like a British accent would be like, boop, 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 wouldn't it? And America would be like, bam, bam.
I feel like British would be like, oh, but that's just because of you.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, boop, 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 boop.
Boop, boop. Crumpets. The queen. Boop,
Oh,
boop, boop.
corgis, yes.
Yeah, but it's very like sharp and swift. And American is like slack-jawed and lazy.
Dan was doing a little bit of
Jesus.
it during your...
Fuck you. It's
Yeah,
not an
take
insult.
that,
Fuck.
America.
We were just talking about the insult here a second ago. Don't take this the wrong way, but y'all sound slack-jawed and slow.
You
You
lazy
fucking
fucks.
idiots. You lazy fucking morons.
It's just a way to describe the different accents.
Slack-jawed and lazy. It's
saying mine
just a
is-
description.
I'm not saying mine is better. He wanted me to clarify a story that I told. Apparently, I told it wrong on some format that we have. But the girl wasn't asleep when he fingered her.
There you go. Mystery solved, internet.
That was one of the many
So,
stories.
yeah.
No. What you been saying, B?
Not true.
That's not true. What? I sound like a dick.
Dan was upset because he said that you make him sound so dumb in all of your impressions of him. It's like, it's true. Every time Gavin talks about Dan, Dan's just so confused. Like, what are you on about, B? What's this?
Yeah.
Huh?
I went to a gamer tag that I already made like a month ago. I had one free change on it, and I just changed it like immediately, like in a minute, and I had his gamer tag. So then, because Jack obviously went through all the bullshit on the podcast where like his identity stolen and people broke into his fucking house and all that shit, and his life was like a hellhole. I'm like, I'm gonna make that even worse. So I made his profile because he always complained about people trying to imitate him and stuff. I made the profile all like it was Jack. Like I'm like, hey, I'm Jack from Achievement Hunter. Da-da-da. I made an avatar that looked just like him. I put there was some kind of rooster logo as like your avatar icon, and I put that. Then I started messaging everybody on his friends list saying that this was Jack and that that this guy Jack P was imitating me. And then I sent one to Jack. So I just didn't say anything about it. I just sent the messages out, and I don't know, like a day or two went by, and I didn't want to blow my load and like go right to Jack and make it too obvious. 2 or 3 days go by, and then I get an aim from Jack. He's like, have you fucking seen this guy? Has this guy messaged you? And I'm just like, what? What's happening? He's like, this fucking guy, he took my gamer tag. He's going around pretending to be me. And it was like this whole AIM conversation because I mostly talked to Jack on AIM as far as like Achievement Hunter stuff. So it was like this whole conversation he had, and he was talking about how he was going to message E, and E was looking into it like at Microsoft, and they were going to get the gamer tag locked and all this. And I just went along with it the whole time. And I was kind of talking to him on and off for a few hours, and finally he like goes in the AIM, and he's just like, all right, I'm going to head out, you know, blah, 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 I'll talk to you later. I'm like, cool, yeah, I'll talk to you later. By the way, I stole your gamer tag. Like, I just waited right till the very end of the conversation, and that got me a lot of street cred in this building before I got here. I think that's part of the reason, too, why Jeff and Bernie hired me.
That's why we didn't have to jump you in.
Yeah,
like,
it was like, this was like the
guy's cool.
hardcore shit on Jack time during
Yeah.
the podcast. Like, when he kept getting, you guys would make fun of him for living with his parents and stuff like that.
He would always try and walk off the podcast.
And he would walk off the podcast sometimes. So it was right during that. So you guys were like, okay, you're good. You're good. You stole his gamer
See,
tag.
I would have kept it going until I was in the same
It's like,
building.
it's like when you're in prison and you just punch someone.
Yeah, I got there and was just like
punch the biggest guy.
established dominance.
Michael got a tattoo of a teardrop after that.
Yeah, I got a tattoo of Jack's teardrop after that.
I would have
He was
stayed.
pretty annoyed. He took it well though, but he was pretty annoyed at first.
How do you know that?
Are you in this room?
That was a really shit Jack impression. I'm sorry. I'm a female. Michael does it better.
Here, let me read this thing.
Do it as Jack.
No.
This podcast is brought to you by my dill hole.
This podcast is brought to you by NatureBox. We all discovered NatureBox.com. Shut up. NatureBox.
Ugh.
Dude, did you just come from the anal panel? Me too.
Someone peed in the ball pit, I'm being told.
Oh yeah, I heard that too. Someone pissed in the ball pit, and people were like, "Man, I was just hanging out, having a good time in the ball pit, and then I'm wading through piss."
Oh God.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're not getting a ball pit at RTX. We're not doing
We should get
that.
a ball pit for Achievement Hunter.
Yeah.
What if you got hit by a fucking plane in a bouncy castle?
What if someone
That'd be horrifying.
peed in that bouncy house while they were up in the air?
I'd be pissing and shitting to try and bring the thing back
That
down.
doesn't make any sense because it was already in your body.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
sort of
know.
like-
There's no
I'm stuck in
displacement.
a bouncy castle 500 feet in the air. I'm not using my brain, okay? I'm trying to get back down.
Everybody shit now.
I would be jumping. Jump! Try to go down!
Lindsay was walking up to the set, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Tuggy?" She goes, "Not anymore." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. What's up, Jugs?" No, wait. I was like, never mind. I was like, I did not call you that.
All right.
I was like, that's going to give me a talk from Yvonne.
You don't know how many tweets I'm gonna get now. That's just "What's up, Jugs."
I was like, bad word choice. Was just talking.
I should be like "Sup, balls."
Just give it right back.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Jones is the new nickname.
Oh, that's
Hey, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like in my brain, you're like,
I still
8
have
on
that
there.
shirt. I wore that shirt last week. That's the ugly.
Really?
That's the ugly internet shirt.
Yes.
That is literally still in my rotation. I wear that shirt. I have shirts that are over half your age.
You got to keep it relevant.
I think episode 300 is going to be in early December, maybe November.
Are you excited for it?
What should we do for the special occasion?
I don't know. We got to figure something out.
Ball pit.
we could do that.
You were busy.
Yeah,
I saw your
it went
schedule.
really fast.
You got
did go
shit
really
slapped out of
fast.
you.
Yeah, Jack
Dude,
almost slapped my face off.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make it easy on. Jesus Christ!
This time I took to the show floor in disguise, and I went back to that booth with the guy who makes the life-size Lego statues, and I didn't smash anything this time.
Oh, nice.
I didn't knock the head off
Nicely
any of the
done.
Lego, so I made up for last year.
I don't know if not smashing something this year is making up for smashing something
Hey, I
last
didn't
year.
break it.
Smashing something would be you
Like
made
building something. Yeah.
He told me something I didn't know about the one I smashed last year. The one that I smashed was sat down and it was all white, and he goes, "Yeah, you broke the cancer awareness one."
Oh my
I
God.
was like,
God damn it, Gavin.
it was bad.
Everyone tells stories, mostly of when they were drunk. It's my
But I've gagged so much today editing it that
Post-haste.
I'm out of gags. Like I feel like someone could just put a hot dog straight down my throat and I wouldn't gag at
Hey,
this point.
Gavin.
Well,
Remember that conversation?
Anytime I saw like a cup of coffee in his hand, I was like, "Oh shit!" He's
Shaky?
like goes through the fucking roof. It's like Popeye with the spinach. He just like.
but it takes a couple hours. And I start to just like vibrate. I could drink 2
can of
Red
Coke.
Bulls. I could drink 2 Cokes. If I have 2 cups of coffee, fuck it.
Well, coffee does other stuff too. Like it makes you poo.
It's diuretic.
Is it?
Yeah. But does it do that to everyone?
bedside manner.
Does it make everyone poop? Because like I see people at the airport.
No, like if I drink
drinking
coffee, Gavin doesn't poop.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean. You smart ass. You see what I mean? The coffee's already taken effect. Because I see people at the airport getting on.
You don't have email on a fucking computer?
No.
You're
At
a
all?
professional adult.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you don't ever check email on your computer?
It's on my phone.
Really? People that work here are assholes.
Okay.
And so I've got this laptop addressed to me with no note in it. Because Achievement Hunter got a bunch of them for their Let's Play stuff. At one point, I said, did we get any razors today? And everybody goes, no, we didn't get any razors today. Why did we get razors? And then Ryan goes, Ryan's the smartest guy in the whole office. I'm shutting the door. Ryan goes, why do you ask? Why do you ask? I shut the door. I had it like 4 hours, and Gus is like, comes in, he goes, here, I need this for something, and it was gone.
That's not true.
I just got
That's
it back.
not true.
I just
picked
got it
up.
back.
You were like, here, check this out. It's really cool. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I picked it up because the battery was dead. I was going to plug it in. I picked it up to grab the power supply. He goes, where are you going with that? I was like, I'm just lifting it to get the power supply out of the box, you fucking maniac. He was like so defensive. So now when he tells the story, I was sneaking out of his office with it. I literally lifted it 6 inches to get the power cord out from under it.
Okay, then at what point in my made-up story does this fit in with you going like this? This will be great for Let's Plays. Because you did say that.
That did not happen. I said, can you use it for a Let's Play?
You did. You got all like, his like I can see his sweaty acidic hands. Like,
I've got my
burning
own over
into it.
there. You just have like all these crazy conspiracy theories in your head. You've like built all these narratives about people coming to take your shit.
Adam did the same thing. Adam was like,
do you admit that you wanted it a little
No,
bit?
absolutely not.
Adam very specifically said to me, he goes, so the new razor came in, is what he said. Not what razor. He said it like it was an assumptive thing that there was a razor on its way and that he knew what it was for. And I was like, get away from it. And sure enough, I found out they were very nice and they sent me a razor to look at for their new model. It's cool. It's a touchscreen.
Yeah, what does it mean to look at?
To look at and then use and then keep and then continue
Talk
to
about?
keep.
Yes. Why?
You
Why
got
do you
a free
ask?
laptop.
Why do you ask so many questions?
He's
what are you, a
borrowing
cop?
it.
It's awesome.
And Bernie was like, well, yeah, it's a Windows 8 machine. Of course it has a touchscreen. And I said, I have a laptop with Windows 8. It doesn't have a touchscreen. He goes, don't all laptops have, Windows 8 laptops have touchscreens? So like an idiot, I go back to my laptop and I start like trying to touch the screen. Like,
God.
it doesn't work. Glossy, like you get a
Look
fucking
at this.
fingerprint on it.
Fucking style. Look at that. What are you doing? I'm having so much fun over here.
He's fingering his
This is
laptop.
Coffee Bernie, by the way. If you haven't figured it out, you are experiencing
This is that
Coffee
kind of
Bernie.
hero Bernie.
That's going to be a great hard cut. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Coffee, cut.
Anytime I saw like a cup of coffee in his hand, I was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah.
You're not even
Now
using
screen's
the
just so
other finger.
glossy. Like you get a
Look at
fucking
this.
finger. We've talked about it before when I did the short where I had mayonnaise all over me.
Oh, right.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah. We have a couple
Salad
like
dressing.
fringe benefits at the office. We have a
Mayonnaise?
Yeah,
He said it so funny.
You said
Mayonnaise?
mine.
He said mayonnaise.
You did.
mayonnaise.
Yeah, I thought you said mayonnaise. when you said I thought you said mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise?
March, April, May?
Man.
My?
Mayonnaise. How do you say it?
Mayonnaise.
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 Mayonnaise. I guess I say mayonnaise.
Add that to the list of stuff Gus can't say for some
It's
reason.
that way too.
Mayonnaise. Yeah, give me a hamburger. Hold the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I say mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is correct. Mayonnaise isn't.
I said mayonnaise.
All right, now everyone's too confused. The conversation is Ed. It's gone.
I don't know why I find it so funny. Mayonnaise.
I just say like a man's A's.
What? For a little while, one of the locks didn't work
It
right.
didn't show occupied.
Right. So you on the inside you would think it was locked, but it hadn't actually locked.
That's the worst, guys.
So I walked up to the door one day and opened it, and Lindsay was sitting on the toilet, and her reaction was just to go, "Gus, no." And I was like, I just closed the door, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. It says unoccupied." It was like the most like
such a Lindsay reaction.
Yes, no.
And it was like, "I'm sorry, you can't wear white to your wedding now."
Pineapple juice, though, apparently makes certain things smell good or taste good.
Come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
And
go back and tell my
vagina.
8-year-old self that.
Listen, little Bernie, you're gonna have some sweet jizz later.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
Vagina as well.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
See, educational. This is the science portion of the podcast.
Yeah,
true.
And kind of dicks related.
Later on, when you blow your load at the Sears catalog lingerie section, it's gonna smell like air freshener.
You're gonna get a craving for pineapple all over again.
Oh my god! I just came up with the ultimate question.
Oh, great.
Barbara,
Yeah.
have you ever fudded yourself to
Why can't you just use a normal word?
one of the penises that you've drawn?
No, absolutely not.
What is the most PG image that you've ever been aroused by?
Man, that is the blankest stare I've ever seen.
Where it just isn't stretched at all. It looks good. Like, because stuff doesn't look good anymore. Like, old stuff looks crap. It looks worse than it did at the time.
Well, yeah, because you're looking at it on an HD TV now. Barbara's broken for some reason.
He's like, oh my God.
I have no idea. We must have missed something.
I missed it.
We're over just saying no. We just love saying
But
it.
so quietly that only two of us could hear it.
And only the thousands of people watching the live stream right now.
So I'm in the Japanese airport. I take the wrong turn. I'm in a dark part of the airport, and then I see one of those tables with the chained pens, and I have my little form, and I'm like in total darkness, and Gab's with me. I'm like, holy right. I go, this pen went right. And then I realize I had a thermometer, and we were in a quarantine section of the airport. And I was like, the Gavin was like, Gavin! I was so scared. It's a thermometer, not a pen. So we have SARS now, for sure. Gavin!
Oh my God.
My visa in my passport is just like a filled out piece of paper that I wrote and stapled into my visa.
This picture, like, you could just write whatever, like, Barbara is allowed to enter the country.
Yeah.
Also make her queen. Like, look, it's in the passport. This week's San Diego Comic-Con, I mean, is that even on anybody's radar anymore?
I don't think I've ever seen you in clothes that fit.
We rarely see him in clothes.
I went with.
Are you making fun of somebody for wearing clothes that are too small? You wear like a European women's medium.
Well, here was my problem.
Or if somebody's like really egregious and makes comments in the YouTube channel and I ban them from our YouTube channel, which we can totally do. We can ban people's accounts. Before I ban or block somebody, I follow them first. Then I block them. Because then they get the alert. Bernie Burns following you. And they're like, whoa, that's really... And then blocked. So it's like, I want them to have the full roller coaster. Because I know that the people who are being assholes online are doing it, just because they want attention, basically. I mean, that's the mentality of a troll online, right?
Yeah, of course.
So you're not friends anymore?
No. And she's dating a new guy, and he's got 1 year that's like this.
It's okay.
You don't have to build yourself up.
Sure, he's a perfectly rational person who doesn't go on walks and come back breaking up.
I'm going to be a dick and say that anytime I've ever broken up with a girl...
Yeah, start being a dick now.
Or I've been with somebody, and I look at who they're dating currently, I'll just compare myself and be like, well, he isn't, he doesn't have a...
No, you have no right to do that. You call her and go, it's not as good. That thing? Do you do that?
Yeah,
Facebook
anonymously.
comments.
No, I don't do that.
I don't ever go on guy trips because all my friends I work with, the last thing that I would ever do in 1,000 years is go somewhere with Gus or Matt. I'm like gonna get in a plane and go somewhere. Gus, where would we go together for fun, me and you?
Vegas.
We went one time. When was that?
10 years ago?
You went for fun? Holy shit.
Oh, there's pictures. Yeah, so I decided to go. Man, Ariel was hot. She was really cool. My hope was that when I tweeted it, since
So we're showing a picture of Blaine proposing to Ariel from Little Mermaid. Is that
Cinderella? Rapunzel.
And Rapunzel.
So Ariel, you would have swiped right.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Tinkerbell.
That was Tinkerbell. She was sweet.
Swipe left.
You don't need to go over detail your judgment of all these women.
I got on Tinder because I was looking for Disney princesses, and Brandon was fucking furious because we were at dinner, and I was just we were at dinner.
Swipe left if you enjoy your meal.
Dinner.
Why do you want to bang at someone who's the kids' cartoon?
Because
like, what's attractive about
It's like
it?
the prestige of it. It's like a Disney.
Is that what it is?
They get interviewed based
you
on
bang
looks
Gaston?
and personality. Gaston was fucking hilarious. That guy railed on me.
I can't see why.
Those muscles, fake.
The background search for those jobs must be insane.
Yeah, thank
For
God
like-
we got Blaine on here going, yeah, she's kind of a bitch. This one's kind of
Okay, all right. So Jasmine was there with Aladdin.
All right, we don't need to call out people by their princess
They
names.
were all very nice and pretty. They didn't break character, but their characters were assholes because they're like, I already have a Prince Charming. I was like, just take the photo. You know?
No, she's being faithful. What the fuck? Yeah, she's got a fucking castle.
What if you
and
were
a
doing
magic
your
carpet.
job? What if you were doing your job and someone was like, "Just take the photo with me"? You'd be like, "I'm working." Would you be
That's
pissed
a good
off?
point. Hey, there she is. Hey, changing subjects. That was a good photo.
You swipe left on that.
My arm looks fucking huge in that.
God.
One of my favorite
Yeah, good luck with that.
RT Lives or some, I don't know what it was, but you were on a Tony Hawk board and you just ate shit. It was fucking funny.
Fucking Jack shot that.
Not as uncool as a Guitar Hero. I think I broke my fucking arm.
Jack's laugh in that is my favorite laugh of all time because he's holding the camera and it's just like that raspy throat laugh. He's like,
He was so happy about it.
and then
You
just hear
could see that coming from a fucking mile away.
And I had skateboarded in high school,
you
too.
ate knobs, and I've been in the room when you've fallen down before. For some reason, you used to fall a lot. I'm not talking about the Leicester thing now, but like I would be in the office with you.
It has happened a lot.
Sometimes it would just be me and you in the old Congress office, which is an upstairs office. So when you hit the floor, it'd be like, "Gum." I would just hear you thud in the other room.
And I had another girlfriend who broke up. And the dance team chicks were always hot. I thought the dance team chicks were always hotter than the
Yeah, but dancing
cheerleaders.
is so stupid. Dancing is the dumbest thing.
Somebody got denied from the dance
Let's
team.
be honest
He
here.
tried out and he did not make the cut.
Like, you see TV shows like So You
bitter.
Think You Can Dance and Dancing with the Stars? It's all fucking horse shit.
Yeah, well, so is this podcast. It's just a bunch of people talking on the
Yeah, this
internet.
is way funnier than someone who can dance. So you think you can dance? Let's find out.
Everybody on that show is hot, though. I don't know if you remember this, Gus. There was one time when we were like 30 seconds from starting the podcast, and Blaine ripped the nastiest fart. Like he stood right there with his headset on, and he ripped this horrible fart. And it was one of those locker room moments where Blaine thought it was funny, and everybody goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And he's like, "Oh, is that not okay?" I can see his world crashing. It's like his bro world is like falling apart in front of him.
That has always been so acceptable in my life. But I remember we were thinking of the name for the no, and we're just all sitting around in silence, like trying to come up with a name. And then I was like, hey, I've got a name. And then just I shit. And Gus was like 3 feet from me.
I was on a beanbag.
And everybody,
like an ass level.
everybody just like got up.
He cleared the room.
It was like, that's it. That's enough brainstorming. I've forgotten about that. I don't like Blaine. What's he doing on the podcast? Where's Bob? Why isn't he here? And my friend got really like sad and was like, Bob died. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, his chute didn't open. He hit the ground. And then my friend started crying. Like, he was so upset. I was like, oh, he really did die. I thought he was fucking with me. No, the guy I know that was an avid skydiver literally died skydiving.
That sucks
And,
so much.
and I'm like, hey, where is he? You didn't hear?
Don't say that. Barbara's
Yeah,
standing
I
right
was
there.
talking
I'm
to
trying to
Barbara.
get her to go, and she's
She thought I was fucking with her, and I was like, no, I'm dead serious. Oh, I'm serious.
Her dad was like, no skydiving for you. Steve was like, don't do it.
Think of all the puns, though, Barbara.
Yeah, it'd be great.
This guy,
Barbara
who's this?
Dunklesplat.
On Twitter, Deadfast Pro.
We did a Lads Action News once, and we busted in on the old Anex, and we're like messing around, and we're like, Blaine, take your shirt off, go get it off. And we're like messing around with this thing, and his whole shirt just like popped open because it was all those like snappy little popper things. His whole shirt just goes, and he's like, oh no!
And Michael was just like wrenching at it, and I was like, stop now!
Like we were just pretending, and the whole thing came open. He was like, oh god.
like a sex pot ready to fall out of her clothes all the time.
It was funny. I just love the fact that you were just ready to go with that joke and you didn't even know it was coming.
Your shirt is literally ready to come off at a moment's notice.
I've worn that on the no a couple times, and it's just like unbuttons if I move like a slightest. I need to stop wearing that.
That means
shirt.
it's too.
Yeah, I agree.
Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yeah, you could get your face. We did that in our Let's Plays, and also it had like a
seen that in
tiny.
the
Oh, your face is like.
It had a little focus ring on it.
No,
Like
that-
it didn't autofocus or anything.
Oh,
That was probably the best moment in all the Let's Plays. Is your face in the Rainbow Six.
It just
thing.
looks so concerned.
When I pressed B to go into cover and I threw a grenade.
I never want to take away people's joy. I never would want to do that. That's why I don't like doing reviews.
So you wouldn't want to take away dogfighting?
Gus, do you like taking away people's joy?
No.
Some people find joy in dogfighting.
Do you ever hear about crap from other people that you just don't care about?
All the time. I work at Rooster Teeth. That's like half my employee reviews. What, you have your own personal emotions? What a fucking waste of time.
Gavin, get that shit out of here. They told you to wear it, not to fucking...
He's just throwing it in their face now.
Hey, have you seen this? Do you know about this? Have you heard about this? One, I don't care about Vine. Two, I don't care about Tumblr. Three, I don't give a shit. I didn't even know who this guy
There
was.
was some guy named Nash. Nash?
I don't know. And now I got this fucking shit. So I'm in a great mood.
Do people still use Vine?
No, but the way you explained it, you said a red eye is, of course, when you get on a plane at midnight.
That's the equivalent of saying, I took a red eye. A red eye is a flight that flies through the night.
Do you mean when you say of course? When you say when you say of course or obviously?
Yeah.
What
Well,
you're
if you
really
say
saying
obviously-
is you're stupid,
Yeah.
but I'm going to explain this to you.
Yeah, well, of course.
Sometimes when everyone comes into a Let's Play full of vinegar, we love that. That's like
Full of vinegar.
Makes the best. Makes the best Let's Plays. Because everyone's riled up and pissed off at one person. It makes for great gameplay.
They should have been pissed at me because it took me a while to get set up.
I don't know.
You
It's
probably
like-
added it to a cart somewhere, so now it's in your.
buggering didn't. I didn't know what it was.
Buggering didn't. Jesus,
Use
language
that-
of Gavin.
Yeah, use that
God.
language of me.
But apparently, like
You're like maximum Brit tonight.
you put water in it, and it will say water on the side, and it will tell you how many
What's the
calories.
point?
I don't know, and it tells you how many calories you've drunk and whatever.
It'll tell you in a half a mile there's a cop, and sure enough, you come over the bridge, there's a fucking
You know
cop.
you could just drive legally,
Yeah, just
right?
drive. Don't drive
Just don't
fast.
speed.
I'm not. Both of you shut the fuck up. How about that? Did you ever hear about that? I have an app that lets me not drive legally.
I was talking to Meg because we saw.
Who's Meg? Sorry. Oh. I mean, listen, if algae blooms to the point where it poisons a water supply for everybody instantaneously, poisons a community's water supply, who knows?
What do they do then? So they couldn't boil the water.
How do you know?
Oh,
It looks
God.
like a kiwi shake.
It does. It,
It
looks like
does.
wheatgrass.
It looks delicious.
Can you imagine if you went to get some water and that fucking popped out? What the fuck is going on?
Like sweet free smoothies.
Gross. How do you notify people? Like, here's a town, 50,000 people in it. We got to let every person know don't drink the water. How the fuck do you do that?
You go
TV
up on
radio.
top of the tallest building and you shout, "Don't drink!"
Yeah.
Did you hear about that robot that's hitchhiking across Canada?
What?
You haven't heard about this?
No.
No.
This group of researchers built this little robot. I think it's like there it is. It's like 3 or 4 feet tall.
Oh my god.
I would totally pick that thing up.
People like get it and they like take it in their car and it'll ask like, "Do you want to have a conversation?" And it'll try to understand what people are saying.
How
and
has nobody's just
talk back to
stolen
them.
it?
That's kind of like the experiment. They want to see if the robot
Yeah,
will
it's all
actually
part of
make
it.
it. It tells people like, "Can you please plug me into your car cigarette lighter?" That way, you know,
Oh my
it can
God.
charge.
I guess it is Canada's.
We know.
Oh,
You're right. That does look
Wow.
like a job.
I'm out of gags.
Let's take it every day. They even have a little candle there. That candle's gonna be working overtime tonight.
don't look yet.
Oh, we lost
Okay,
Gavin.
you're good.
I wonder what it smells like.
Stop. That's so
Gavin's
horrible.
out.
It's so horrible.
Eject.
Yes, yeah. I'm
So
pretty sure
what were the perks? Like
so
if
the
you-
most recent stretch goal that I think he hit at $35,000 was he's going to have an event. He's going to have a convention called Potato Stock 2014.
Oh my god.
People who donated enough money get a bite of potato salad.
You told me yesterday that you say sorry differently, or Canadians say it differently to Americans.
Sorry.
Sorry.
And you guys
Sorry.
say sorry.
I think that way's cute.
Sorry?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sounds like a kid, like you spilt some jam or something.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, there's egg drop soup coming out of the tap. $110. They had 21 backers at that level. It
Wow.
was the platinum potato. Received the recipe book, the shirt, the hat, along with a bite of the potato salad, a photo of me making the potato salad, a thank you posted to our website, and I will say your name out loud while making the potato salad.
It's pretty funny.
He's got to say 110 names while making the
I'm
potato
just imagining
salad.
him doing it like John, Peter, Tony.
What'd I write?
You said hi with a smiley face.
Oh, nice. Good move, buddy. Good move.
Sweet.
My parents are dead. Can you give me a free sponsorship?
My first post is always great.
This was my throat.
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck? Ugh.
Is that weird?
I don't even know how you would do
Yes.
that.
I'm going to answer that for you. Yes, that's weird.
You just use the back of your tongue.
All right.
So many things out of context here.
All right.
You're welcome, audio listeners.
Did you hear
you're
about
welcome.
the
Do you ever do that with a knob in your gob?
Oh,
a
hello.
knob in your gob?
I like your curly hair, Bernie.
What's that?
I like it.
Well, that's very nice of you. Yeah.
Take it out.
Out. Take it out. Sorry, not going to do it. RoboCop, all those movies, like in that time frame, I just went and saw.
Bitches, leave.
Is that your one quote you remember from RoboCop? Yeah. Bye.
I love you.
Get out.
I
That's
know.
like there is.
Who is they talked about? Who's they talked about?
Who is they talk about?
Who is they talked about?
They talk about. Yeah, my hair is just really wild and out of control just because I haven't. Hands down, my favorite. Patrick told me I look like gay Wolverine today. Hands down, my favorite.
Where does the gay come from?
Shink. Rock. Watch it, bub.
The gay comes from everything else about Miles.
Shink,
I'm gonna
shink.
get you, Magneto.
Are you drinking that moonshine straight?
Yeah, I am. This is my crunch juice.
Maybe you'd work better if you weren't drinking moonshine straight out of a jug.
Have you been having some of my moonshine?
I've been having a little moonshine. The ventilation system shuts off. So it's like all that
stank.
That dense stank air just like sits in there and bakes in the Texas heat. And then you would open the door and it would just be somebody decided to throw dry ice in a swimming pool to make like a foggy effect. But instead, well, I mean, yeah, it made the fog effect, but it's just all carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
So everyone who was in the pool passed out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then people were going in
underwater.
Right,
Yeah.
and people were going in to get them, and then they would pass out.
Oh god.
It's like that thing that people post that when you lock lips and kiss someone, you're essentially just two anuses in the world. It's,
Never heard that before.
it's just two anuses that are
It's like some
sealed.
fucked up spore creation.
So my little puppy Watson, and he'll like squat down to drop a load. He'll go, and then like half of it will break off, but then the other half stays connected to his butt.
Oh no!
And he'll do a little shake, and then after a minute, like after a few seconds of doing that, he's like, "What the fuck is this? It's not what the fuck." And then he starts to like whimper and hop around, like, "There's something on my ass! There's something on my ass!" It's the funny, and I don't fucking help him. I'm just point and laugh. So yeah, he humps arms. He humps some arms.
Let's get a demonstration.
And let's not.
I volunteer.
You're good, dude.
No, okay.
And I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah.
So yeah, he started humping Gray's arm, and Gray just like slightly moved his arm away, and then it looked like he was just twerking.
Yeah.
And that was like the best thing I've
Like
ever
he kept the same motion, but just like moved.
They do.
Like when they're in heat, it's like they're just screaming that they want to fuck. It's like all I can think is when I hear a cat scream like,
We had
"Oh
that
my
fucking
god,
joke,
just
yeah.
get
Who
laid."
wants to fuck? I want to fuck.
Yeah, like my old female cat did that, or Jeff's cat.
Yeah.
It's just like, fill me up constantly.
Oh, come on.
Fuck me.
Put a kitten in me.
Jesus Christ.
I want a litter.
I have a hypothetical situation for you guys.
I love
know you love
hypothetical
these.
situations.
Okay,
They're
say-
my favorite.
And yeah, I was in the car with you, and I'm like, all right, first time with one of the main Rooster Teeth guys. It's probably gonna take a while. So Gus, how do you feel about hypothetical questions? And you just go, I hate them. And I was like, all right. I just didn't know what to say for like the rest of the car.
I remember that.
I think the next thing I said was like, so you like rap? It's like the only other thing I could comment on.
Dude,
Exactly,
I was
yeah.
a teenage boy
Teach
once.
me.
I jerked off to everything.
Yeah, you could. So like we just like Ask Jeeves boobies or Yahoo'd it or whatever, and open up Netscape and
You know how like whenever you ask Jeeves, he comes back and like the butler's there and he's
Yeah.
like,
I love
I
the
can imagine
butler.
him being like,
here's your filthy
He's wearing like a glove.
the first
just
time
like, she was like the cat's butt fell out, and I was like, what?
it's really just one continuous loop though, isn't it? So why isn't it that
Isn't this the conversation that spawned that movie Human Caterpillar or whatever it was?
Human Centipede.
Human Centipede, whatever it was.
Well, you know what I used to think of too, which freaks me out, is if you think about it.
They all turn into butterflies.
That's a much better ending.
Would you take $10 million?
No.
There's a snail that's trying to get you, and you can't ever be touched by the snail, otherwise you'll die.
I would totally take the $10 million.
And if it touches you, you die.
Yeah. So you could like go to a different country and try and forget about it, but eventually it would show up.
Yeah. Especially if like the $10 million came with immortality as well. So then it's like the snail, and the snail's immortal as well.
Yeah.
So it's like
This is the dumbest hypothetical question ever. I don't like hypothetical questions to begin with.
But you can
this
never...
one fucking takes the cake. There's a snail hunting you down, and you're immortal, and it's immortal, and you've got $10 million.
It's just time. It's just time. It's just time. It'll get you eventually. How disappointed would the snail be every time you change directions?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You could just wait for it to get right up to your foot and then just step over it and go the other way.
What happens when the snail kills you, when it gets you? What does the snail do at that point? Does it get a share of the $10 million, whatever you haven't spent?
Yeah, it just sits in the briefcase of money.
I hadn't looked at the wallpaper on this. And it's just like,
why is it Sad Kara? It's Sad Kara.
I have no idea who did that, but it really freaked me out
She's
when I
almost
looked at it.
life size in that shot.
That is about life size. I don't know who did that, Kara. I'm sorry. You know, I don't float.
Because you have what, low body fat?
I guess. I don't know. I float about 4 feet underwater.
You just like
if I sit on my back, people are always like, just relax, just relax. If I relax on my back, about 4 feet underwater, I'll settle, and that's
even
where
if
I
you
float.
suck in a bunch of air?
Yep.
Gavin told me when I turned 40, he's getting mad. He goes, how old are you this year? And I said 40. He goes, yeah. He goes, I can't have a 40-year-old friend. We can't be friends. And he stuck to it this entire time. I haven't seen Gavin outside of work, I think, since that birthday. I don't think.
It's fucking funny.
That snail's coming for you.
Now you've got me
You only have
wondering.
an extra
Now you've got
6
me
hours.
wondering.
Here comes
we
that
don't get
snail.
the 6 hours.
Yeah, we're minus. We're behind.
Oh, there he is. Ah.
Fucking
The
snail.
fuck is that?
That's a snail that wants to come kill us.
Did someone just make that? What is that?
I actually don't like that. I don't like that fucking snail. It's Hannah Hart, everybody.
Hello. Where do I look to?
Oh, you can look over there.
Last time I saw you, I think, was at the streaming.
I think that was the last time I saw you. Yeah.
You guys are terrible friends with each
We're
other.
terrible
We
friends.
She can't have a 40-year-old friend.
Don't forget.
All right, everyone, thanks for watching.
We're Los Angeles friends. We're just terribly busy.
Double Gus to make up for lack of Gavin. Little Gavi couldn't make it tonight.
Double Gus to make up for anything. It's double Gus every week.
Double Gus is the best Gus.
No.
And there's 99 beers in it.
We got
I knew what it was before I saw it.
That's
Very funny.
incredible.
It is. I got him that dumb cup that tells you what's in the cup because it was running out of pre-orders, and I got it at the last minute. I bought him that dumb ass cup that he kept talking about. It's called Vessel, and you pour a liquid in it, and then it tells you what's in it. Dear Twitch community, this is from twitch.tv.
It looks like a fleshlight.
/thank you. That's
Gross.
They're showing a picture of the vessel. You can also go to. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, what if you stick your dick in there? Does it say penis?
What do you mean, what if? What are you going to do when it ships to me before I give it to Gava? Hold on 1 second. Sadly, I'd forgotten Game Night. I'd forgotten that one.
Where's Game Night?
What? And then I had forgotten.
No, yeah, it was. I'm not normally a fan of the horror genre, and I never played any of the original Silent Hill games.
What about Resident Evil?
Yeah, I played Resident Evil.
Dude,
those are fun
Resident Evil
games.
2, man.
Scariest moment in any video game of all time. Resident Evil 2, when that fucking alligator comes out of the fucking pond.
Oh,
I'll
did
have to
you?
show it to Barbara. Yeah, I think this is it.
What about you, Barbara? Were you scared of the dark when you were a kid?
Not really.
Oh,
Did they really scare you again?
alligator scared me again. Fucking stupid ass alligator. John, this is the first time you've ever been on a podcast.
This is the first time I've been on a podcast.
You appeared before on our...
I did. I was in the hot spot.
One of the cool things about today's podcast
Is Gus isn't here.
That's the first thing. The second, I miss Gus when he's on the podcast. And no offense, but you guys feel weird and new to me.
Do you want me to
and
act more
awful.
like Gus? They were about to film a Let's Play in Mario Kart, so I stood up to take a break and watched them do it. And Ray wasn't playing, and so I obviously walked away from my phone.
Don't do it.
And he did that whole thing where he filled up my phone with selfies. He literally was about 5 feet from me while he did it. The fun thing was that you can take all those images and you compile them into a nice little GIF. And so you see an animation of Ray making the worst face possible.
I saw that. That was funny.
Oh, were you the one who put them all together and made
Yeah,
that?
I exported them and put them together in a GIF, and he looks like he's having some sort of weird, constitutional problem.
Yeah. I am actually
spinning around making faces.
I've started reading fan fiction,
Oh.
with me in it as the main other person.
What a surprise! You're only reading ones with you in it.
It's fucking cool. It's weird. It's like, how do they know me so well? It's pretty interesting.
I stay away from that stuff.
And I'll find you. I'll get you. I'll let you in. She goes, "Well, hurry, because I have to pee." And then I was like, "I'm packing up right now." And she says,
plot thickens.
She says, "You know what?"
Ashley is like this
She
right
goes,
now.
She goes, "You know what? forget it. She goes, no big deal. And I was like, no, you got to pee. She goes, I don't have to pee anymore. And I was like, what? And Ashley doesn't give a shit. She doesn't give a fuck. So I was really surprised. She tells me the story that Ashley peed in our backyard, which seems like I would do that in a heartbeat.
Do you pee in your backyard?
All the time.
Come up to the microphone.
Microphone.
See, I'm hoping she'll do the
mic.
She'll do the motion.
How did that work out for you?
Sorry.
Sweetheart. He says sorry now.
I did not go in the pool because I'm not a savage. I went against a tree like a civilized
Yeah, me neither.
She went against a tree. She didn't go in the pool. She went against a tree.
Well,
That's talented.
here's the thing: like, girls don't have the same equipment that guys do. You can't just whip it out and just like write your name.
Let's hope not.
And I was wearing jeans, so I needed something to like lean against. So I had to like grab the tree and just like lean.
Wait, you grabbed it forward? You didn't like kind of like go backward?
I actually had to hug a tree and pee on it.
So you're like leaning forward at an
I think I
angle.
sent some really mixed signals.
So she grabs the tree. This is the way she described it to me. She grabs the tree, puts her feet like at the base of the tree, and then leans back. All right. Well, I'm really sorry that I had to tell that
No,
story.
you're
They
not.
required me to do it.
Not even a little
It was
bit.
part of it. Part of the deal. Social contract. Wait till Jordan animates it. You'll like this then. There's a whole series of a guy who does with Vines where he takes a sports bottle and he goes in and he sprays in the toilet and then just sprays somebody's foot with it. Dude, the reactions. There's the disembodied voice. Going, what the fuck?
There's one where a guy asks for toilet paper. He's like, hey, can you pass me a roll underneath the thing? You're like, yeah. Dips his hand in Nutella and then he grabs it. And they're like, what the fuck is this? What did you do?
The guy who bought the goat was like,
I understand the story. Brandon got suckered. Yeah.
But then
He's a very
he's
a very bad negotiator.
Whenever we tried to return the goat, the guy was like, no, it's your goat.
Congratulations, Mark.
Wait, and he said it was your goat?
Yeah, he wouldn't.
You paid full price for it. That's what I'm saying. You got suckered.
But we didn't want the goat. So then
I understand. You listen, Chris, you act like I don't understand. You don't understand. You got suckered into buying a goat. That's exactly what happened. When I go rent a car and I say, hey, I want the Ford Fiesta for rental, they go, great, that'll be $23,000.
You're like, awesome. I'll bring it back in 3 days.
It's like, I see them on this show, but what do they do? Like, that's always the question.
Yeah.
As if being on the shows is not
Like people would think
enough.
that Joel is just caboose.
Yeah, he just hangs out and waits to play caboose. But Joel, shoot.
And
deal with it. I actually like these glasses a lot.
Those are nice.
Yeah, that always sounds a little sketchy. It's like you got toxins seeping out of your muscles. I'm like, what are you talking? I don't have toxins. You shut up.
What are you talking about?
How dare you?
Sorry.
You're reaching.
Sorry.
All right, Bernie, so I think you might owe me an apology.
Nope.
Yes.
Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure I don't.
We need to talk about this.
Barbara, what are your favorite types of anal?
Retentive?
Expulsive? Anal expulsive.
That sounds like explosive.
Anal expulsive.
Yeah. You expel from your body.
This is what happens when mommy and daddy are not here.
So, Barbara,
Yeah.
you've been known to, flick the bean all day and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever...
I don't know that yet.
What do you mean?
Because we haven't really
No, he asked me daily.
Oh, okay.
How many times you minge off today?
Your record was 11 times in a day, right?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever popped in a little cheeky finger?
Into my butt?
Yeah.
Nope. That is exit only.
Guys.
Exit only.
Are you gonna miss the honey wagon when it's gone?
Fuck no. It smells like death in there.
It's
I will.
horrible.
The only thing I will miss is the making it eat my shit and going nom 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 nom, because that is still fucking funny. You've talked about this before. Somebody came to the honey wagon and I was taking a crap, and I said, I saw the. So
yeah.
But I want to ask you this: when people talk about your sister's privates, do you just kind of like bump over the words and just be like, yeah, or do you actually picture?
I bump over the words. I don't even want to shut up.
Hey,
Shut up.
It's mostly just Aaron.
Do you know how she got pregnant? She had a penis inside her.
No, it was
and
the
it
stork.
ejaculated.
It was the stork that delivered the baby. But yeah, there was like an email chain.
She might have had an orgasm.
We were talking about a shoot over the weekend, and the guys were sending emails back and forth, and I was like, just a heads up. And shut up, Barbara. It's not funny. And yeah, they started getting on the subject of just talking about my sister's vagina, and I was like, sorry to throw a wrench in the whole thing, but I might have to
threw
go.
a wrench in your sister's vagina?
No, okay. It was just back and forth of just everybody talking about my sister's vagina for like.
Blaine, you've
email
probably
after
talked about your sister's vagina most in this podcast.
So I don't know what that says about you.
The baby's adorable.
Boy or girl?
It was girl.
Name?
I don't want to get it. My sister asked not to.
Oh, okay.
Because she's a very
Yeah,
private
don't
person.
give the name of my child, but talk about my vagina all night.
There's a difference.
All night long.
Fuck you guys.
Have you ever got beat up?
I got beat up by a girl.
Oh God!
That's
Please tell the
sexist.
story.
So when I was
you?
in the first grade at elementary school, my mom was a teacher, so then I would be hanging out at the
So
jungle
your mom was a
gyms.
teacher and your dad was a coach.
Yeah, my sister is also a teacher.
Jesus.
Yeah, I come from a long line of educators, and I'm an idiot. So. And this girl, she was in the 6th grade, and she had some kind of mental thing. Just started wailing on me.
For no reason.
Yeah, she was just beating my ass. I lost my footing, and she like slammed me down against the jungle gym, and she was just beating my head. And the only thing she was saying was, "Give it to me." I didn't know what it meant. She's like, "Give it to me. You give it to me." And I was just like, I didn't know what, and I was just getting my like ass kicked by this chick. And I was like, she was just kicking my ass. And it got to the point where I was like, okay, let me go get it. Let me go get it. I will go get it for you. And she's like, give it to me. And it's like,
Did you get her something, or is she still waiting?
I fucking sprinted
She's
to my
still-
mom. I was like,
aren't you afraid? She's
And
just
I
gonna
know I didn't say anything to my mom. I was like terrified and embarrassed. I was like,
You're gonna walk out of this building after this podcast, and you're gonna see her, and she's gonna be like, "You didn't bring her."
Yeah.
When's the next horse tournament?
I don't know. We don't really do that anymore because Jack's lazy.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Tell me something I don't know.
I've been in a lot of.
I saw you and you came up to me and you're like, oh, hey, he called me by my old screen name, Blame Train. And I was like,
that was your name?
a great start. Yeah.
That was a screen name at the time, yeah.
After that, Barbara offered to change my name on the site because, whatever.
Awards, the best for best website design. That's what it's called. For their customer support team and their.
Like, your bones are always stiff.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and like getting my first boner as a kid and not knowing what it was.
I forgot like TVs used to do that really high pitched thing whenever you turn them on, like.
Yeah.
One more time.
We're going on, so we're gonna run off.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
I guess I'll.
Oh, there she is.
There we go.
What?
That can't be real.
Interesting.
There's video that she has as well.
No.
But I mean, people have like, what was it? Someone grew a penis on their arm, and that was for science because they were actually trying to like.
Now,
Hey, baby, let me fuck you with my elbow today.
now, did he get that
For
implanted, or
science.
he fucking grew it?
No, it
Did
was.
he plant some seeds on his elbow, like
No,
penis
he
seeds?
accidentally didn't wipe the jizz off of his elbow. And it's ruined your dick.
And then his wife was like, honey, take care of that. And he's like, I am taking care of
He's
it.
like, yeah, I am.
I'm growing this out. This is history in the making.
I saw that the animated adventure finally came out of us and our bathroom encounter.
It was accurate, very accurate. People ask me too. They're like, what was the no? Were you like death starring it like no, like Darth Vader? I'm like, kind of, and half like, no, God, please, why is this happening right now? I wish I was dead. Yeah, I know. I was sad that moment had happened. Like, I finally had someone walk in on me. Have you guys had any unfortunate hot tub experiences?
I got really drunk in a hot tub years ago.
Gus, you're not supposed to drink in them.
I know.
That's on the side. It's the rules.
It was years ago when we went to Sundance. So we rented a condo and a bunch of people were staying there, like 15 of us in this like little 3-bedroom condo. And in the condo complex, there was a hot tub. So and it's January in a ski resort, so there's tons of snow everywhere. And I was like, it'd be awesome to go out, in this freezing cold weather and just get in the hot tub and drink a bottle of vodka.
Yep.
So I did that, and I went out, got in the hot tub.
Bottle?
And I drank a bottle of vodka.
Right.
Good Lord.
And I got really, really fucked up.
Really?
No.
And like to the point where
say.
the hot tub wasn't very far from the condo. It was maybe 50 feet, and I couldn't walk it. I couldn't make it, and like along the way, someone had made a snowman, and I really needed to pee really bad. So I was like, oh fuck it. I was drunk. I unzipped my pants and started pissing all over the snowman. And like about when I'm halfway through, the person who made the snowman came out of their condo. They were like, what are you doing? I made that. And they were like, what did she say? She said, I created. All you could do is stand there and destroy it. I said, I'm the destroyer. And I was just like peeing all over her snowman.
Who the fuck comes outside, sees a drunk ass dude pissing on a snowman, and their reaction is, "How dare you? I created that." You're not like, this guy's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I would be like, whatever, dude. Bang it. Just stay. I'm going back inside.
I went back to the condo, threw up on the wall, locked the bathroom door, and passed out in the bathroom.
That's so nice. We're talking about something or whatever, and he either does it to me first, I do it to him. I can't remember. But one of us is just like, "Shut up," and they just pour like a cup of beer all over the other one's head. I think he did it to me first. I can't remember. Yeah. He was just like, "Shut up, Michael," and I was just like, "All right." So then I was talking to him, and then like another 30 seconds later, I was like, "You bitch," and then I poured all over him, and he's just sitting there like this, like slouching, getting beer poured all over him, just going like, "No, what are you doing?" And like I'm watching it like the next day, and we look like fucking man babies. We look like we're like 3 years old. Like, "You do it, no, you." And whoever's filming us is like, "Yeah, they're pretty fucked up right now." Like,
I think it was Andrew.
It was bad.
All right, so Gus has something up on.
Oh,
on
it's the
his
dick on the
iPad.
elbow. Jack grew one.
Yeah,
Wow,
why do I
fast.
have the dick on my elbow?
Because for science,
it makes
Jack.
if you're watching it, or if you're not watching, you're just listening. Imagine an animated version of me with a dick on my elbow and Gus being angry at
You're a
me.
part of a medical
At least it's
advancement.
censored.
A drawn one.
That was fast.
Thanks, Lauren, for the
Jesus
for
Christ.
the
Kudos.
That's amazing.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, there's the bitches ain't
I
shit
don't remember
photo.
the girl's handle who made that, but thank you very much.
The summer.
Keep it fancy.
Yeah, people are so talented. It makes me sad that I'm not talented
Yeah.
at all.
Should.
We play.
At least we all share in
We
that,
play
though.
games.
Or you're a developer and want to get into the code, there's so much you can customize with the web with Squarespace. Get out of here. It's also really cool. You can easily embed a Twitch TV player into any page.
No, I mean we can't do it again. He's not getting. Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying you
lame.
can't do the same trick. As I said, I'll throw up something else.
I thought she meant like she couldn't film it,
No,
like
no.
there was like
God, no.
some medical reason.
Yeah.
No, that's like the whole part of the video too. I'm like, do you want me to stop filming? Because I genuinely was like, if you feel uncomfortable or you're really gross right now, like I don't want to be that asshole. I was like, I'm filming you, and he was like,
Let's
no.
get married.
Yeah.
Here's
I
how
love
it
you.
works, though. It was like, as she's saying it, I'm throwing up in the bowl, but listening what she's saying. She's like, "Do you want me to stop?" I'm like, "Ugh." No. It was like immediate. Like that was the reaction that the audience even had. Like she wasn't finished with her sentence, and I was like, "God, are you kidding me?"
Well, if you're going through
Like,
it,
this
you
is
better get the fucking
This is the
Yeah,
goal.
exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I
And
think-
I will say Blaine did a great job with that edit.
For the kids.
And they're like, "Harry, what's wrong?" And it's just like, he's totally silent. She's like, "He was a friend." He was a friend! Like, he just, like, screeches like he was their friend. And Lindsay, like, gets so mad every time the scene comes on that it just makes me love it even more.
Nice.
So it's just, like, that's her favorite scene to bitch about. When he goes, "He was a friend! He was that friend!" Yes. He just goes,
Daniel.
like, emo Harry. Just, like,
He does.
screams, like, it's all, like,
It feels like he should be listening to My Chemical Romance when they pull it off. Like, this is my alone time.
Oh, there's a photo of
Yes.
a three-boobed old woman.
Oh, nice.
She got a little necklace
Now,
boob
what would you
holder.
call that? Would you call that a three-piece?
I guess.
Yeah.
Now what that is, a three-piece bikini?
Oh my god. We did
Hey!
it! We started a podcast missing someone.
Hey!
I timed it, and from the moment I walked out of the hotel to catch the car to the airport, which was late, that was the start of it. The moment I left, walked out the front door of the hotel, started a stopwatch.
In Singapore.
To the moment I got home, 38 and a half hours.
Jesus.
38 and a half hours.
Normally, I used to complain going to Melbourne because that's like 24 hours door to door.
38 and a half
Damn.
hours. It was like, I said it was like the Oregon Trail. Like I was my own personal Oregon Trail.
God. I almost went on that trip with you. I'm really glad I
Yeah,
did.
that story took about as long as the actual trip home.
Was it worth it?
It was great. No, it was great. Singapore was awesome. It's a beautiful country.
We have a flight crew change, so you need to get off the plane. And we were like, we always stay on the plane. Just let us sit here and stay on the plane. They're like, no, sir. You need to get off the plane so the new flight can come on and then you can get back on the plane.
Let me off, let me off, let me off, let
So
me
we
off.
got
let
off
me
and Bernie and I were walking through the airport and said, what's the biggest, most obnoxious piece of shit we can buy in the airport to take it back on the
We're
plane
mad.
with us right now? And we found these giant ceramic frogs.
Oh my god.
They're like Mexican, like terracotta frogs with sombreros on, and like real cloth ponchos.
How big are they?
It was huge. It was like we would carry it on the plane like
And they
this.
sell that beyond security.
They
in the
sell it
airport.
in the airport. Like you're gonna buy that. It's like
Like, you're going to buy that and walk on the plane with it. We're like, yes, let's buy these and get on the fucking plane.
Isn't that more inconvenient for you
Yeah, but that's part of the joke. So just walk home with a big ceramic frog.
So now, for years and maybe to this day, we always joke whenever they do cross-check. That's our saying. We go cha-cha-cha because the frogs have maracas too.
That's right.
Where are these now?
So whenever you hear, if you ever are flying with me and Bernie and they cross-check and we go cha-cha-cha, it's because of the fucking frogs from the Dallas airport.
They say flight attendants get ready for
cross-check.
Cross-check.
Yeah.
And then Gus and I go, like, we'll both be like, I'll be on my laptop like this. Gus will be next to me and they go, get ready for cross-check. And I go, cross-check, cha-cha-cha. Like, it's just like such a force of habit.
It's like I don't even remember that story. It's like you still cha-cha-cha so frequently, but it's like
I assume Gus has them. We might have just left them up.
Do you have it? Where are
I
they?
think we threw them away.
You keep saying ions, like you know what an ion is.
I do know what an ion.
What's an ion?
An ion is an atom that has lost an electron and gives it a charge in one direction or the other. Either gained an electron is negative, or lost an electron is positive.
Like a proton.
No, you can't lose a proton because then that changes the element.
A proton's a part of the nucleus.
Yeah.
All right, fair play.
Man, how do you guys remember all this stuff?
What's the definition of science?
Yeah, I don't know.
People are gonna love this on the internet.
Yeah, really. This is like the core of our podcast.
Like
what is science?
least amount of words? What is science?
Math.
You think that's it? Just math?
Science is just math.
I would
Everything in
say-
science is math.
Well, what about like photosynthesis?
Math.
How?
Math.
What about evolution?
Yeah, just go like
Math.
what is? You could go look back in time if you put a mirror out there for 2 years.
There's all these situations where there was no camera on that, or like we don't know what happened to JFK. Mirrors could solve all that.
Big mirrors and telescopes.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with this. I can't debunk this. I actually can't. What you're saying makes sense to me.
Fuck. Fuck, dude. Fucking sick of it. It's so hard.
This seems like a relatively new thing with like, even PewDiePie like turned off comments. I hate that strategy, by the way.
Stupid.
What, turning off comments?
Yeah, I really hate that.
Why?
Because it's like it's a weird thing to me because it's almost like saying I'm okay with entertaining these people, but I'm not okay with interacting them. That's a weird thing to me.
You turn it into a one-way conversation.
No, it's just making it like TV. There's no comments on
right,
TV.
This is the internet. This isn't fucking TV.
Right. I agree with Gus. He's not going to build a community that way. And granted, you might not build a community on YouTube, but it's like, get in there and like moderate. Spend some effort. And I know PewDiePie probably gets tens of thousands of comments for every video he puts up, and there'll be a hell of a lot of moderation. Yeah. But put some effort.
A little
into
bit
it.
of time. You can put all of your equipment into and easily access it and get it out. Jack's a piece of shit, but I think he did a good job with those shelves.
Totally agree.
This conversation has gone like Jack sucks. Jack's awesome. Jack sucks. Jack's awesome.
And then we did a TV commercial. And it's weird to think that, but the weirdest thing for me was that I used to do that in the UK. I was a cameraman, and I'd filmed about maybe 50 jobs at the exact same studio that I was at for this commercial.
And they were the focus
I'd been in
of
that
your-
room, and I would always been crew, and I had a call sheet, and my name was Talent. And I had all this crew, and everyone was there just to film me, and it felt so backwards and weird.
Yeah.
But I was like, I found out that studio has a green room. Didn't know that before. And I didn't know what to do. I was like just sitting down. I was like, I've never sat down on a movie set before.
Wow.
Or like on a film set before.
That's a lot of what it is. You just
A lot of
sit there
waiting.
and wait, doing nothing. And so I texted Gavin. I said, everything great? He said, I'm having a fantastic time.
They brought in like a phantom crew and all that stuff, which is like the exact job I used to do. They used one of my old competitors actually. Which
really?
I knew them very well because there were some jobs where we'd need like 5 phantoms, so they'd get all the UK companies to come in. And I was just talking to the guy, and I was like,
And Phantom is the camera that you use.
Phantom is the camera, and I was like, I bet you never thought you'd be pointing that thing at me. And he was like, I didn't see this coming.
Yeah. There's so many fucking eavesdrops missions in that DLC, and it just feels like cheap. It feels so cheap to me.
Eavesdrops missions.
Eavesdrops. It just makes me so mad. Makes me so mad. Gavin, you love when people mispronounce shit. You love it.
It's funny. I don't like.
Rhinal.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back, Bernie.
I like you.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, no, I walked in with somebody masturbating once.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's slow it down a bit. I want to make sure I'm understanding.
Okay.
You walked in on someone masturbating.
No, while I was masturbating, I walked in on someone. I was just, no, kidding, no.
And it was really funny listening to him talk about the internet and cybercrime. He's like, all cyber criminals are wearing pajamas and in their basements. If they pull up their pants really fast, they're jerking it. And if they don't, they're hackers.
They're in the Pentagon.
There were no pants in that room. I don't even know how we got in there. So
He took his pajamas off so he wouldn't look suspicious.
yeah.
Oh, we almost made Gus lose it.
His balls don't look suspicious at all.
That's one of my goals in life is to get you to lose whatever it is you're drinking.
Oh my God, that was close. I want to let you guys sit down again. So I want to say thanks again. We really appreciate it. And to all you suckers who didn't support the Indiegogo, you suck. We're still making the film. You can't stop us. We're working on it now as we speak. This film is going to happen.
You said, that movie is with
Whoa.
That movie with Elmer Fudd. Wesley Snipes.
Just Bill Cosby would like pop up in the middle of it.
And my dad needed to go to Mexico because he specifically wanted Mexican vanilla, which in hindsight kind of sounds like code for drugs.
Yeah.
He took that at like Walmart.
These kids are driving me crazy. Mexican vanilla.
See, Joel is typically the Vegas guy, and I told him about this event.
Thing.
Yeah, so like that was like I told.
Oh yeah, I blocked your hashtag. I remember now.
What was the
I'm
hashtag?
so sick of it.
It was
So
Didn't Russia Today claim that they have a cure for Ebola?
Russia Today claimed it?
Today, Russia.
I thought you meant the news site.
Not the news agency. Today, Russia claimed to have a cure for Ebola.
Yeah, the chive. That's what
if you had to go through that, and you,
Do we have an Ebola snail?
Oh, that's what somebody wrote me. That's the assassin snail from Gavin's hypothetical scenario. He now figured out what the power of the snail is. Literally, I really don't want to make light of this because I know some people are really concerned about it. I also don't want to like stoke the fires of panic or anything like that.
You're the guy who bought fucking rations.
Listen.
You bought rations? So don't say you don't want to incite a panic because you said you bought rations.
He said, listen, I don't ever want to live on those. I have rations. I have these like. I should have brought some in because we could have eaten some today.
I'd eat it.
You'd eat one?
do you have a bunker?
Nope. I
If
wish.
you did,
that's the dream, Brandon.
don't. Here's a sign.
That's the don't sign on the bridge. It says don't. Don't do it. I wish I didn't think like this. I think about you when I'm in the bathroom, like not when I'm like in the stall or anything, but when I go to the sink, I wash my hands and I think about you because I think how paranoid you are. Your car can autonomously come and pick you up.
Yeah, they said on private property.
I've been wanting Bernie, I've been wanting a robot car for so long. Like you don't understand.
Are you
like,
asking me to buy you a car?
He's got his hands together like in
nicer
the,
than my car?
begging position.
No.
Bernie, buy me $130,000 car.
yeah, I
know.
want a robot car. So I want to be able to like.
Although also, how would you specify to the car, come get me? How would it not just drive? I know it would drive to the wall and like come get you like the Kool-Aid man. I'm here. Let's go. You got it, Patrick?
No, they're showing
Oh,
Yeah. Whenever cars were introduced, I'm sure people with horses were like, well, I don't know what my horse is. I just trust a horse. I don't trust some robot to be carrying me around.
I want to see Cowboy Chris now.
Chris is gonna invent the robot horse.
Except people were like, well, I just trust my horse. I trust something with blood and bones, not a machine. People didn't trust cars then, but now they do, and now it's like the next level.
Time, guys.
Just blood and bones on the road. That's all. This week featuring Gus Sorolla. That's your fucking kid.
I thought you were
You're
gonna
next
introduce
in
us.
The line. You are next.
Don't you introduce everybody?
No.
No. You've been on the podcast.
Have you seen
295 podcasts. You've never introduced everybody.
Brandon's shit-eating grin. He's like,
I'm gonna go through every single
featuring
one.
Gus Sorolla,
Brandon Farmahini,
Barbara Dunkleman.
Blaine Gibson.
There you go.
We actually started talking about 300 earlier today, trying to figure out. Well, you got a suggestion. I like how you raised your hand.
No, I have an idea.
Mr. Gibson.
Can we come in with like leather underwear and red capes, and then like I'll be Leonidas, and we could make just 300 references the entire time.
Why are you hung up on this?
What?
This dressing up idea.
Because I think it's funny. It's 300 podcasts.
No.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Okay.
I didn't get it before.
Really?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I was
You
like,
didn't
what
understand us from the movie 300?
I'm an idiot.
Well, okay, so apparently that's the scathing rumor that's going around. It's like Blaine did it. Blaine slept with Jack or something.
Blaine, the brackets were one way. You go to somebody
The Sith
who's in
work in
charge,
secret through deals
and after the
and
conversation,
negotiations.
the brackets are different.
It's okay. It's all right, Barbara. So
Scared.
he was saying he was saying like pretty much full disclosure. This is temporary. He said to me, "This is temporary, but as of right now, it's
Then how
looking
did
like."
people see the brackets? We've been talking about it at the bungalow. That's really
What?
messed
What?
up.
It's not that big of a deal. I don't know what I did is wrong.
All right, whatever.
Girls, you're both pretty.
You know what?
You're both pretty.
You say I'm a douchebag and stuff, but like I use my powers for good, okay? I helped Jack move.
That's the douchiest thing you've ever said.
If he wants to, change the brackets, that's his decision. I didn't, that's all on
I use
Jack.
my powers for good.
So,
what are your powers in this scenario?
my 3 superpowers are
charm.
super strength, super charm, and super humility. So,
Super humility.
obviously.
Team Bam.
Yeah, you, Meg, and
Ashley, yes. Barbara, Ashley, Meg, which is Bam. Some people didn't
Oh,
get that.
I didn't get that either.
Dude, Barbara, you were really good.
Wow.
How did nobody?
I didn't understand what his podcast 300 reference.
Gus is a
that
little
was way
slow
more
today.
obvious.
300. And they got a
Podcast
bottom on him,
gives
too.
They're fan-made.
I hadn't seen the bottom. I'm
Yeah.
so unobservant. You're teaching me so much.
I was hoping you'd spill it on
Yeah,
yourself.
I'm trying to.
Whoa!
Right on
What's
the
that? How
iPad.
bottles work? I thought your mouth needed to be there.
I don't want to get like weird about it, and I don't get like jealous, and I don't want to be like, how big was his dick? But like, it's just like,
Was that Batman?
it's just like if they.
Tell me.
But if
how
they have,
big was his dick?
Where is he?
I want to know if like they've had bad experiences or something that like again.
Would
something
you wait?
Circumcised.
Where is he? And then she was like, well, he got penis reduction surgery, and I was like.
Someone is offset laughing behind set.
That is like the last thing you want to hear. And I remember she telling me this, and I just went.
Was she
Miles,
the one,
what are you doing?
Was she the one who asked him to get the surgery?
So the next few times were a little like disheartening, just kind of having that in my mind and knowing that.
Oh fuck!
I walk in and the dude next to me has the biggest birthmark that covers just like his entire dick. Like he's super fair skinned like me, except he's got this really dark dick because it's just a big birthmark. And I was like, I couldn't stop staring. I was like, what the fuck? I can't go back. I can never shower again.
Was it that moment that you realized you were gay? Or was it in life?
It was so weird. Like it's like I can still picture it. It's been so long and I still picture that dick.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been, shut up. Lauren sent us a picture.
Gosh, she's quick.
She drew Super Blaine with his super strength, super charm, and super humility, and his super exaggerated package in that picture.
That needs a
the shine.
reduction.
I've got a scar. Look at that.
Yeah, you do.
That I
Everyone
guess.
gets their thing. People send me everything
Puns?
that has a pun in it or a dick in it.
So that's your thing, Barb? That's what you get?
That's-
People
yeah.
tell me to die. Is that a thing? Is that my like shtick? Like, oh, it's Brandon.
Oh, Brandon, why did you go die?
Kill yourself.
Why are you alive?
Jesus Christ.
I like you, Brandon. You're all right.
We were talking.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said.
You, Brandon, you're all right.
We're talking about dicks and.
Didn't Chris make out with her?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not like she came by and like Chris said, who are you?
Like she was just locking eyes with Blaine the whole time.
You know, it's funny you should say that. It was sort of
Is
like
that your makeout face?
That's hot.
I was talking to somebody.
Poor Esther.
We were getting in a conversation about like people who don't know how to kiss and how awkward that is to be with that person.
Oh God.
Like I was making out with a girl who didn't know how to kiss, and she kept on like pecking. She wasn't like a kiss like you're used to. She kept on going like. I was like, what are you doing?
She wasn't like.
She was trying to feed.
I don't know what she was doing, but she was just like. Damaris is telling me a story. We were just like exchanging like weird girl stories, just relationship stuff, and he was telling me about a girl who would just like. That's all she did. There was no tongue. There was nothing. It was just like. And he would just be like kissing her, but she would just be like. So.
It's like some kind of weird alien thing.
Yeah, just like I'm sucking your soul out.
It makes me think of like in Sesame Street, the yip, 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 yip. Like mouth gaping open. There they are, just like that. I told you, it is just like that.
It's Chris's girlfriend right
That's
there.
Chris's ex-girlfriend, yeah. Well, how do you go up and talk to a girl that's at a fucking grocery store? It's like, food, right? Can I have your number?
Talk about produce or whatever, like whatever they're fucking shopping for. Be like, which of these do you like the best?
I see that you're buying tampons today, ma'am.
Stay out of the tampon aisle. Fucking go to the produce section.
Did you know that pigs fear death? There you go, Blaine.
Bacon, huh?
You want to know how I got these scars? You're a good-looking dude. You know that. Okay? This is not judging anybody. You'll be fine. Just go and talk to them.
You know what? I'm going to go to Whole Foods right now after this podcast. Bye.
Bye, I love you.
This week with Gus.
Brandon.
Barbara.
Jordan.
Did you see how I
And
remembered
Gus.
this time?
Good job,
You did.
Brandon. I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you.
You're learning.
I know.
Daylight savings happened in Europe already, so people are very happy because it's an hour earlier
Oh,
for them
it's
watching the
earlier.
podcast this evening. So welcome,
Hello,
our
Europeans.
European friends.
If you're on the toilet right now, chances are European.
I heard Mariel in the control room just say, "Turn it off."
That's an amazing
That's a cool dog.
It's a corgi,
it's like
right?
a corgi with sunglasses and like a little camera.
Hell yeah, that's an awesome dog.
It seemed like, but luckily I was here at the same time as LeVar Burton.
Yes. Ridiculous. It was so surreal. Like, we were all sitting
Yeah,
there.
it was pretty weird.
And
Like,
everyone was taking pictures and stuff.
I came and sat down too and was like, what am I doing right now?
Where am I?
Reading Rainbow is happening in front of me.
What is this?
I'm working.
It's like, yeah, that's why I work.
It's cool, though. It got a lot of coverage for, like,
It's so weird.
our event. Yeah, we're back.
Cutting from that footage to us sitting
I
here.
told you.
It's really bizarre.
It is so weird.
Did it still smell like mac and cheese?
No, I did not see any of the mac and cheese.
She's the fucking mac and
my
cheese
God.
jar.
Did she make that?
She made that, obviously, between yesterday and now.
She's so fast.
Yeah. And I think at one point he's like, all right, who wants to hop on next? And my eyes just went like huge. I was like,
Somebody get on me.
don't say that. Oh, God.
You started having
My ovaries like quivered when that happened. I was just like, have mercy.
I think one news article that referred to us as Rooster Chief.
Rooster Chief.
Did you notice that they changed the title on the subreddit to Rooster Chief?
Yeah.
And there was one post that was like, why did it change? I do really
think we learned
appreciate
it.
the people who go to the effort of capturing the footage, because there have been issues in the past where we tried to record a stream and it didn't work. So to the people who do put the effort to do that, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But don't monetize that.
Don't. And standing right behind the guy I knew was the security guard, and he was getting the tricycle up, and then like stood on it and started going. Then he immediately fell over into a bin full of watermelons. Like he didn't crash into it. He literally fell sideways, fell into a bin of watermelons, then tried to very coolly and nonchalantly get up out of it and act like it was intentional.
Oh my God.
How do you act if it's intentional?
Nobody saw it.
Except you.
Esther and I were the only two people. We looked at each other like. Nobody else saw that. The guy fell into a box of watermelons and got away with
Did
it.
you just stop looking at the person you were talking to and were like,
Yeah, and then we both had like the mouth open, like the look of shock on her face.
awkwardly and like tore his ACL?
That was the second time this season, isn't it?
Yeah, someone was
that's happened.
celebrating.
He tore his Austin City limits.
Mariel is not happy tonight.
There's this quarterback for Tennessee, and he.
What are you doing, Barbara?
He's a rookie. Like he's
cracking herself up.
This kid's like 22.
Like Ryan's infamous pictures got released that a lot of people were waiting for.
Handsome
including
gnome.
His gnome picture, which I think a lot of people were disappointed in because they expected something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking guy. He's
I ain't gonna lie.
He was.
Yeah.
Still is. Absolutely still is.
gonna lie.
But he's
Ryan's
married,
pretty
so
hot
I'm
there.
being appropriate.
I think Alan Richard's appropriate too. And you talked about your ovaries quivering.
You know, he doesn't. He's not in the office every day. I don't have to face him every day.
Preparing for baby.
Unfortunately.
Oh, and there's my picture. My mom sent me that the other week.
So, do you ever feel like you disappoint your father-in-law?
No.
Where is this coming from, Brandon?
No. I had dinner with my girlfriend's dad, and he's a very, very big, strong Mexican man. You know,
Like me?
Yeah, no. And
you don't have to laugh that hard. Control room. We got it. It's a joke.
Like I can't fix a shelf, so I had to hire a service called Rent-A-Husband, and they came out and fixed my door.
You rented a husband?
Yeah.
Did you have to cook him dinner or anything when he showed up?
Oh yeah, it's
Give him
okay
a
though. My
handy?
ovaries were quivering.
I bet.
It was-
Bye, I love you.
I haven't mailed somebody a letter since I was like 4.
I need some money for postage. I just mailed a letter. I needed
Why
43
didn't I
cents.
buy those forever stamps?
So, like,
It's a mail joke.
Speaking of, no, Barbara, don't laugh. Jeff was telling me the other day that he had his favorite interaction with you ever, Chris.
Yeah.
Jeff told me he walked up to Chris the other day and here in the studio and said, "Chris, what do you do here?" And Chris could not give him an answer. Chris said, "I don't know, live action, shorts." And Jeff said, "We haven't put a short out in forever. What do you do? What is a day in your work?" And Chris could not, honestly, not answer.
Chris is like,
well, I think I edit a lot. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot harder when you think about it in terms of a day.
Yeah.
I'm always really busy. With all
He's
those
always
things.
always busy doing things.
Aaron ate a piece of gum off the floor of the gym.
Why did you say that?
I don't know, because it was really gross.
It was in a wrapper though. That
he picked
So like
up
someone had spit it out into a wrapper?
No.
It was an unchewed piece of gum, but he picked it up off the ground and it was like mushed.
Perfectly wrapped.
Yeah, but it was mushed. And
it
he
did
goes,
look
"Is
like
this
pocket
yours?"
gum.
And I said, "No." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And he ate it.
Okay, so it was like
Orbit's.
the thin paper wrapper?
Thin paper, but it was sealed paper. You know, like, and it didn't have
No, it
like
wasn't.
that
They don't
pocket.
seal that.
No, they don't seal it. It was like folded.
No, but
folded.
it wasn't like a bad fold on it. It was like a clean fold.
so every time someone chooses to pick me up, they see that, and I always
oh
think
my
they're just
god! I better bring the rape spray.
What?
What the rape? You know,
Let's explore this.
pepper spray. Like pepper spray. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
You have people snorting off camera.
No,
over here,
all
by
right,
the way.
I want to leave. I gotta pay my bill.
So Bernie, that asshole, when he wrote up the description for the perk, also indicated you get one free hug from Gus.
Oh my god! Is that legally binding?
So I would feel bad if I didn't do it. So I went out there to set today, and I hugged as many people as I could. It's like there was a line. And like the PAs, and then we were like, "Is this okay, Mr. Swirler? Do you want us to get rid of them? Do you want to go somewhere else?" Like, no, I'm here to hug everyone.
It's like a Gus roll a gangbang.
And people kept walking up, they're like, "I can't believe you agreed to do this." And I said, "I didn't agree to do this. Bernie just wrote it, and I'm here hugging people now."
Okay, wait. I just had a thing. This is really dumb. Don't fish get thirsty? What do fish drink? Do they drink salt water? Is that what they drink? Do they just? How do they process?
Maybe they don't need
it?
a drink.
How do I have a show with you? Like, how do we get like anything made?
It's the
like
process of the thing with next to it and the thing. What does it say?
Someone just give me a note that says, "Hi, my name is Gavin."
Oh, you're a Gavin.
No, but well, fine. We drugged the dog to the garage where we had a freezer. Put it in the freezer until my dad got home a week later. It's one of those things where it's like, have you ever seen a dead body?
Yeah, it's like, would you like some ice cream? You want to see a dead dog?
I just remember my dad getting back and was like, "Why didn't you bury it?" And I was just a kid, and I was like, "Why is mom and dad fighting?"
popsicle dog.
I couldn't talk, so when I called them, they go, "Hello, this is the front desk," and I go, "Hi, yes, could you please bring me some medicine?" And they immediately go, "Oh yeah, what would you like?" As if like we're keeping secrets now. I don't know. Every single time, every time.
That's such an English thing to do. It's like, oh, he's whispering. I should whisper with him.
As I'm going into the bathroom, I go like that. Then they hear, and there's a little bit of mess, and then they hear.
Oh God!
I threw up so hard I pooped my pants. That was
It's gotta get out.
That was my first trip to London.
It's gotta get out.
It was hands down the worst sickness I've ever had in my entire life.
They were in your hotel room when you shat yourself.
Yep. They handed me underpants through the door.
I pooped in the ocean once.
Does it?
Let's circle
It
back.
floats, doesn't it?
Probably like 13, 14.
When I was 10 years old, and this other kid about my age comes sits next to me, and he goes, "So where are you from?" And I go, "Texas." He goes, "Oh, whoa, Texas. Do you guys is it like you guys ride horses and stuff, right?" And in that moment, I decided I was going to have a lot of fun. I said, "Yes." He's like, "Oh my God, wow, real?" I thought I was just in movies. And I'm like, no, we ride horses. Everybody has horses. So there's like a lot of horse.
You don't know
like,
who the
traffic
hero
and
is.
stuff. And they're like, "Wow." And I was like, "Yeah, they kid was like, man, that must be rough." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, don't even get me started on the duels." At that point, he was like, "Okay, I can go talk to my mom now." I felt like I did.
Do you
the
think
right
that
thing.
kid still believes that to this day?
I like to tell myself that he does. Yes.
Yeah.
I think I changed that child's life.
There was
Somebody asked me if my life was like rocket power.
Is it? I like how you guys are complaining about being stereotyped. The second I got to Rooster Teeth, every
What are you
time I would
talking
be like,
about?
"What's that about?" And you'd be like, "About." Where's your igloo? Did you come with your pet beaver? Yeah, you like hockey?
Hey.
Where's your poutine?
Hey.
I only realized after leaving Canada and going back recently, actually for Fan Expo with Lindsay, how Canadian Canada is.
It's true.
You don't
There is-
fucking say.
There was a bar we went to every night called the Loose Moose.
This is just like a fucking slutty ass animal.
That sounds like something
It
like
was just a pub.
Stills from The Shining
Oh yeah.
just scarred me for life.
Like what? Like give me an example.
Like the two little girls down the hallway and the little cuts. Like that's what Kubrick like put in little like single frame
Yeah.
stuff of the
Yeah.
gore, and it was enough for your subconscious to be like, well, I'm remembering that forever. You only saw it for half a second, but you're gonna see it for the rest of your life.
Every time you close your eyes.
Yeah.
that jumped onto the whale carcass while it was getting eaten by great white sharks. Yeah. He was like, oh man, I'm gonna surf that bloating corcus. Like
Carcass.
what did I say?
Corcus.
I think you combined the porpoise and carcass.
And no high fructose high fructose corn syrup.
I've had so many situations in dreams where I look at something and I go, "Oh, that's normal."
Yeah.
Like I remember having a dream where my dog had two heads, one on the front, one on the back. I was like, and I remember looking at that in the dream and just going, "Looks good to me."
Nothing out of the normal here.
That really got someone in the control room, by the way.
weird. No, it,
Two-headed dog.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I love you.
we'll see you next time.
Kisses.
Hey, that's my kitty. That is my kitten at a very young age.
Ellis is like a proud mom. He's like, you're like my sister. You were showing everybody pictures of that.
really- Dude, I
really
could-
like
I was
animals,
so
but
excited.
that is fucking ugly.
What would you do if you got it?
That is fucking horribly ugly.
Don't they have monkeys that help people who are blind or deaf? Or...
I don't think they do. Like
They
seeing
do.
eye monkeys?
Yeah, and then they have like. Don't they have, like... All right, well, Joel,
red
if you had
butt.
to have an animal that wasn't like a traditional pet, what would it be?
Beavers. All right.
Those giant rodent teeth that bite through trees will fuck you up.
Yeah, but no, I mean, have you ever heard of a story of a beaver attacking anyone ever?
I guarantee you there are stories
Sure
of people
there
getting their
is.
shit fucked up by beavers.
No.
Look
That
up
is
beaver
a thing.
attacks.
Beaver attacks. I'm
Like-
looking it up right now. Yeah. I mean, Adam, you made a thing earlier where you were like, I don't even know how much I can get into this.
Well, I don't even know.
Adam may or may not. I can't even get into this.
Well,
I can't even get into this.
Context clues. What's going on?
I can't get into this. I backed myself into a corner.
Yeah,
All right, so you're getting a kitty.
I worked in 3 offices with you now, and we finally moved over to Soundcheck, and we have our own AC. It's the best fucking thing
It's
ever.
the first
You
time.
guys have such a nice office.
Yeah, it's pretty good, except for Jeremy and Matt are there, which makes it horrible.
We were gonna install like,
and I'm like, wow, good for Daniel. He's talking to a really hot girl. And then after the beer pong ends, I see Daniel come downstairs, and he's like, motherfucker. And I was like, what happened? He's like, he fucking cock blocked me. And I look over at the person who had cock blocked Daniel.
But the thing is that, like, I mean, does the girl have any say?
Obviously she does.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
obviously
clearly.
big.
So by the end of the night, I'm getting a cab back with Chris. We live near each other apartments, and Daniel's laying on the ground. It's like, Blaine, why are you going home with a cock block? And he's just screaming at the top of his lungs from the front lawn, cock block.
Is there any girls here at all?
Marielle's in there.
Mariel. Yes. Mariel. How long did it take for you to know that you liked them?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
You gotta have some conversation. Why is this so crazy?
10 minutes? Really? Yeah. I thought it'd be longer than that.
But apparently,
I
Ellis
don't-
was so drunk.
Listen,
you kept on speaking in Group X, and I was like, Adam, did you make it home? And you were like, Blaine, I met Fruity Girl.
You know, I called Josh Flanagan. I'm like, Josh Flanagan, I am lost. Where am I? Gross.
Jackie, I got a weird thing. We went tubing. what happened? I can't
He got
remember.
like a leg infection. It was just.
No, his body's super sensitive. Do you remember when we shot the first immersion?
I love that you know that.
We shot the first immersion like 4 years ago.
How's he emotionally?
Just across the street. Bottom?
What's that?
The scrotum? Is that the part in the bottom? Or is that just like the balls?
That's
Wait.
not know. Anatomy of a man?
Just time out. What do you think a scrotum is?
Well, it's either like the junk or the thing in between at the bottom with the seam.
Oh. So, should we tell him or should we just, like, not tell him?
Oh my God!
What's the difference? Just the scrotum.
Let's move on.
No. Not, I mean,
the education system has failed you, Brandon.
Point it out.
I knew. You know, I know what a scrotum is.
I gotta Google it.
Is the one girl still here?
Google scrotum. See what happens.
Googling scrotum.
All right. There's okay. So
use your words. Joel.
Women have vaginas.
All right.
All right. Men don't have vaginas.
Yeah, that's what I said. The scrotum. Right. It's like the.
Well, don't derail me. I didn't know the name of the falafel until the girl was like, "That's a falafel," and I thought it was so funny about the falafel that every single time I saw that girl at a party, I'm like, falafel, falafel, and like after a while, she was like, started avoiding me.
Stop talking.
You know,
to me.
it's like every time that guy runs into me, he's just like, women have to like shave their legs, and I guess that's like a weekly thing. I don't know. Girl, where's girl?
Mariel, don't answer this.
Girl.
Adam,
I think it's worth it.
Do you shave your ass? Like the cheeks? Like the other hairy ass?
I have to. I really hate to say this.
Let time out.
But this is a conversation we've already had.
Yeah, we're working on it now because Adam stole my cat, so I had to get another cat.
Did you hear us talking about it?
No,
because I defended you relentlessly.
Did he?
From Adam, I was like,
well, you're a good guy, Joe.
Jack is
I know
a
you
good
would
human
defend
being.
me.
Adam trying to steal Jack's cat. What an asshole!
Yeah, it helps you move.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Remember?
Yeah, you were awesome. I owe you a favor. I'm
no,
sorry.
you already repaid the favor with the Smite tournament brackets. Brandon can tell you all.
Oh yeah, that's right. He paid me to do that. Did he tell you that?
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh no. Oh, my water got fucked up in my house, so I had to get that. I had to go home.
How are you gonna feed a cat with no water?
Oh no, it's already fixed. I took care of it. I got it repaired. That's what I did.
I really do hope that lady is listening to this podcast. Is like, you know what?
Wait. He's giving me shit about that. So my water was fine. I got it repaired to make it work.
Is this where we end it?
I guess.
Are we just gonna sit here till? How long can we sit here before you roll the credits?
Girl. Does girl get credit?
How are you?
Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Rooster Teeth.
This is the cool couch.
Now with 5 people instead of 4, so fuck you, Gus.
Oh. If you're feeling saucy, add a little bit more.
Ooh, saucy.
You'll pop this in the oven and meet it on the other side.
Oh, look at that.
Are we related?
Mine is the best pizza in the world. I'm not the bragging kind.
Yes, you are. All 3.
You're a lunatic.
It's like, go Barbara. You have to clarify, did you get a new old 3DS or did you get like the new 3DS? It's like, do you like Nintendo or do you like Nintendo? What do you think happened when they introduced the new 3DS?
New.
They're gonna call it something dumb, like they're gonna call it the new 3DS, but it's gonna be spelled like NU or something. And it's gonna be, I buy it. I like Nintendo.
There you go. That's why it's gonna succeed.
One of the coolest things they've added is when you're walking around on a route. Route.
No, route.
It's mine now. No, it's mine
I want some of that too.
Okay, here you go. I'm talking. You can have it back. Hey, you know what should never come out your nose? Fucking Fireball whiskey.
Yeah, cinnamon whiskey.
Oh, that was worth it.
But yeah, it's just a picture of me. John took this picture of me going like this on the green screen, and that picture is now online because of John.
Yeah.
And
Yay,
is on
John.
the website, barbaradunkleman.com.
Good job, John.
So,
Yeah.
and there's me.
Sexy.
There you go.
Da 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 da. She's a dinosaur. I somehow got roped into a game of pool with you and Joel, and I'm awful at pool.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I could play air hockey without knowing that you have fucking 18 million years of air hockey experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
air hockey. I'm good at non-athletic sports. Is what it comes down to. Like darts, I'm really good at. Air hockey, I am like insanely
Anything
good
you can
at.
find in a
just
bar.
plant
Yeah,
your
yeah, bar sports.
You just plant your legs somewhere, and that's your
exactly.
sport. When we got to the point of when you go into the dance where they take your photo, I was shorter than my date.
Nice.
A good deal shorter. And they They brought it essentially an apple box.
Oh.
Yeah.
And for all the people in line to see who were waiting behind me in the photo, I stood up on an apple box and just stood next to my date and just took my picture.
Were you still shorter than her?
Yeah.
Did they cut the photo at the bottom so you couldn't see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it totally looks like that, but it's like in my head, I'm like, I know.
See, I had the complete opposite problem.
Yeah.
Where I had to crouch down
You had to
every
crouch
time
down.
I took a picture with
How
a
tall
guy.
are you?
I'm 5'9", but since I was 12. So all the school dances up until the guys started actually getting over 5'8" were awkward.
Gotcha. What's that like?
How tall are you?
Like 5'7".
Okay.
Yeah.
Brave Little Toaster is twisted.
It's
There are some dream
weird,
sequences
yeah.
that are really, I like, even as a kid, I was like, I'm not okay with this. Am I old enough for
No,
this?
it made me feel weird. It made me actually feel weird
Yeah.
when I watched that movie.
Like aroused or?
No, just like,
And it was getting like it was in the scene with the boobies, and I heard my dad like walking up the stairs, and like I didn't know what to do, so I just like went limp, like I was asleep. And my dad walks in the door. My dad walks in the door, and he just goes, "You're awake." Like got what he needed to get, and then he left.
I got beat up over a Power Rangers Pog once.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that worth
You
it?
did
Have a rough time.
yeah, I'm sure it was the Pog that made
What was
It was
harder,
that
that or
and-
being gluten tolerant? Too mean. I'm sorry. I remember though, my dad took me to see Jurassic Park.
Okay, some emotions are coming out right now, I think.
I think I dug too deep there.
Flashing back to his childhood.
No end to that story is going to beat that, so I'm just going to stop.
Just trying to feed a Power Ranger brand.
Ace Ventura this podcast.
Take it for both of us.
Oh my god. You eat my toast. You can eat the pizza. It's okay. Eat the pizza. He's laughing, but on the inside he's crying. Yeah. So God, make him eat the pizza.
Aye, aye, aye. Rangers.
Wow. All right, he's gonna need a minute.
He's crying. No, he's not laughing. Yeah. He's actually crying.
Podcast 300 is next week.
Hey. Oh God. Like I had a dream last night that I had to
Saves it
like
for the highlight
I had to
reels.
like explain to Matt why I should keep my job. That was my dream last night. Yeah. I got really fucking drunk. Of course. This other girl was really fucking drunk. Nice. And I passed out.
No, Gary. No.
What?
No.
What's wrong with drunk sex?
No.
You guys took it to a much worse place than I did.
That girl's name, Sherry Cockross. God damn it.
Good job.
I'm just gonna keep drinking again.
Yeah.
Sherry Cockross, yeah.
Sherry Cockross.
Sherry Cockross.
Yeah.
That's your sister, right?
That's the female version of me.
Yes,
Which
absolutely.
you can follow us on our new verified Rooster
Oh,
Teeth
yeah, I got that
account.
email on the way
Oh
in.
my God.
Oh my God.
I think I was more excited about that than anybody here.
Really?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were like, Blaine's pretty excited.
Bernie
Let's be honest.
texted me. He's like, "RT's verified," and I was like, "Oh my God!" And everyone around me was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "We got verified."
So this is our 300th podcast, and we are in the middle of production on Laser Team. So we thought it'd be a good idea to come out to the Laser Team set.
Enjoy the magic of filmmaking.
You
complain just about everything, though.
No.
Who's the worst complainer on set so far?
Probably Bernie. But let's move, let's
Putting
move
me
on.
over Michael and Gavin?
No, was
I don't
it
complain. You complain constantly.
Because it was freezing cold.
Oh,
and,
no.
And Michael was dripping wet. And so I said very quietly to the makeup woman who was next to me, "Can you go make Michael wetter? He's not wet enough." And he heard me from across the yard. And he goes, "I hate you so much. I heard you say that. I heard you say that. I'm wet enough. Stop it."
That would be a total miscalculation, by the way, because one time they did catch him off guard, and that was where we almost lost him.
Being talent on screen, you basically just get fiddled with a lot. You get diddled constantly.
We do have a full-time fiddler-diddler.
Yeah.
He
is
like a
both a fiddler and a diddler, which is quite rare.
Well, actually, you should call the fiddler first, and then you get the diddler. You have to move up.
All right. We're talking way too much about this because the movie's not going to come out for like 6 months. Usually be cheaper because you're younger. You're not going to die in the next 10
Yeah, but
years.
his head's all fucked up.
What's wrong with your head?
Don't you have didn't you have had strokes before?
Just one.
Oh, just the one stroke. That's it. But no, like that kind of thing, if you wrote that down, they'd be like, "Oh, your premium's going up like $40 a month, easy."
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah, it is mental.
Gavin, we're married.
You and me?
You and me, we're married.
Right.
We have very good life together. Thanks, Barb. Which is a very nice ceremony.
I don't know why you guys didn't invite
I
me
think
to the
you
wedding, but it's
proposed.
cool.
I walk in one day and I say, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I'm concerned about your future. If something were to happen to me, I got a life insurance policy. My coverage is $1 billion. So if something happens to me, you will get $1 billion.
Yeah.
And I think that's even tax-free. I'm pretty sure it is.
I would be loosening screws. I'd be smearing butter on the floor.
That's what I'm saying. There's a line, right? I come in with $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'm a marked man at that point. I have put a price tag on my head.
Because how much money does it cost to get away from murder? Probably
Yeah.
like 100 million, right?
It's a good investment.
Yeah.
He's right. You could buy a whole state of judges
You
for
just
$100
buy
million.
everyone involved. How? Okay, say we were married. How long would it take for you to kill me? Like, say you decided
So
I want
fast.
the billion.
If you're $1 billion?
Yeah.
Oh, I would.
Well, like how
quick, right away.
Would it be weeks, months?
I would find out everything you're allergic to and just stock up on that.
Who would you least want to be married to in our company?
Probably you.
What?
Yes, probably you.
I've got stuff to offer.
You don't. No.
Why?
I don't know. Probably you.
Would you be embarrassed to be seen with me?
Why wouldn't you want to be married to Gavin?
Because Gavin does he wouldn't know any. He wouldn't be interested in me.
This is what our Christmas picture would look like together.
That's beautiful.
It's charming.
He's even in a sweater.
I am in my Christmas sweater.
That is insulting.
I would not want to be married to Joel because I would not want to hear the reason why Joel broke up with me because it would be some small little flaw that he found out about me.
One of your eyes was further from the other.
Something
one.
like that.
Yeah.
Or your nose is in retrograde or something like that. Whatever the small flaw that turned Joel off to me, I would not want to live with that knowledge of knowing what that
He
was.
must be the pickiest person alive, right?
Barbara has a secret boyfriend.
No,
You have a secret boyfriend?
I think Barbara has a secret boyfriend. And I'll tell you why it is. We went to a community friend Thanksgiving dinner, and she went to Thanksgiving dinner with this person.
Big deal.
And then left at the same time as that person. And there was nothing said about it. Nothing said about it. But I think Barbara has a secret boyfriend. He's a very nice guy. Not good enough for Barbara, but he's a nice guy.
Thanks, buddy.
Do you have a secret boyfriend?
No.
Does he like your hair?
He does.
Oh, so he is a secret boyfriend.
Gavin's getting like my.
That was the shortest interrogation ever.
Nah, I don't know who you're talking about. He's not my boyfriend, but yes, he does like my hair. Thank you. Your hair looks very nice. Barbara,
Thank you.
For those of you who cannot see, Barbara is no longer blondie. She is now brunette blondie.
Brownie.
Brunetti?
Brownie.
Brownie?
I'm just waiting for when I dye my hair red and I could be ready.
Nope. Stop.
Ready.
Good Lord. Stop. And they found out that
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch can't say the word penguin.
Yeah.
And he did the narration for a documentary about penguins, and he can't say the word.
How does he say it?
Penguin.
He goes. They saw these little penguins walking through the jungle. He goes, and here we are in a jungle in in America. And what's the last thing you'd expect to see walking through the jungle? Penguins.
Penguins.
Penguins. And then they cut together all the times he has to say penguin in a penguin documentary, and it gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
At the end, he's saying penguins. It's one of the funniest things ever.
Is penguins. Crested penguins. Parent penguin heading home. So why are these woodlands so attractive to penguins?
He had Ziploc bags around his feet that were rubber banded at the top, and he would put a little bit of water in them, so he's walking around with moisture in there. Yeah, but he couldn't. I don't think he was successful. He just really tore his feet up.
Cold weather actually makes him gag. Have
Yeah,
you-
everything makes Gavin
What
gag.
is that?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that some sort of sickness?
I'll write that on the life insurance form.
Yeah.
I cannot believe you think I complain more than you do. I'm gonna come back to that for the rest of this shoot. That you think I complain more than you do.
I don't know if you're being serious right now.
I don't know if you're being serious. I really don't know if you're being serious. All right, well, that's 300 episodes of the podcast.
Yay.
The last. This is hopefully 301. We'll be back at our normal
Yay.
location. Gus will be back.
I like that the 300th one is just in a different room and shorter.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Here you go, guys.
Thanks for 300 episodes, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Love you.